Morning, girls. How are we doing? We're starting a little bit early. I think we're starting like 5 minutes or so early here because originally I had no idea like what time I was going to be arriving at, and then I realized that I actually don't know what I'm on time to start just before 11 o'clock. So, hello guys, how are you all doing? Lindsay, thank you very much for actually saying you're so happy I'm going to react to how he doesn't, because I suddenly was like, oh, that's not what I was meant to be doing. That was the original title for this. And then obviously when I unprivated it earlier on just to like set up a waiting room, I hadn't actually changed it. By that point, I'd actually changed my mind to be like, no, we'll just do Mukbang and Mindless, because originally I was going to do It Already Doesn't. And then I was like, actually, no, I'm not really sure which one to do. I was going to instead do A Doggy Dozen as an actual reaction. Also, by the way, guys, you may have noticed, you may not have noticed, I'm incredibly stupid. I usually on every Saturday have the Retro React, the Time Tato thing, and I may or may not have totally forgot that existed, and I forgot to schedule one for today. So yes, unfortunately, missed it. So I'll put out two videos tomorrow as a make-up for it, and one of them is going to be a Foodie Beauty catch-up, which should be me pretty much fully caught up with her. Thankfully, she was suspended apparently, and that actually allowed me to kind of catch up with her. So I should have that up tomorrow, and I'll also do another random react. And right now I'm trying to decide between The Harry Dozen or Glitter and Laser, because Glitter and Laser has two more of the running documentary out. So I'm trying to decide between two of those. We'll see what happens. But hello to Lindsay, Itasa, Guy Colic Moment, Artisan. Why have you all got complicated names today? Anora, Michelle, Ragamuffin, Lapa, Verna, hello as well. Thank you very much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. I love the little doggy stickers. Goober is here beside me. However, she is like, chill. She's just in from the bathroom, so she's probably not going to be as vocal tonight, but we will see. Charlie's mom, Alberta, Parrot, Angela, Susie, hello, everyone. Mr. Solveig posted a short giving everyone permission to. Yes, I saw that he did do that. However, I am very much one of those people. I like them to get the views first. I think it is a bit silly of me to like the next day do a reaction. I'm sure the people here are probably going to end up watching the video like 6 times. I'm sure there are people who's going to watch the video 6 times total, because they're probably going to watch it with I don't know, Pulpy, you might cover it, FFG, cover it, yeah, but I don't know, maybe everyone's going to do individual reactions, and I'm sure there are people who will watch every single reaction channel do their response to it, so I'm sure there are some people who are going to watch it like a dozen times, but I'm going to do more or less what I was intended to do this time, which is pretty much just wait until episode 3 is coming out, and then I will do episode 2 catch up, just to try and get everyone hyped for it. So I think that might be a fun little thing for it. However, you already did a stream with it. Yes, I saw. I haven't watched it yet, obviously, because I don't want to watch it before I do, because I like my reaction to be fresh. Because like I said, I've watched Mukbang to Madness ages ago, but Mukbang to Madness came out before Salah. It was like May 2022. It was nearly 2 full years ago that it came out. So, who knows? There might be stuff in this that isn't included in this one. I'm sure a lot of people have seen it. So I'm just expecting tonight to be kind of like a chill night, just a nice, calm, chill night. Professor Potato, Chantal with you right now. I haven't checked for intruders. And unfortunately, yes, there's not going to be any problems, because I did a wee test to see if there's going to be any my super chat pop-ups, but once again I have that issue. I'm assuming it's an issue actually with OBS, so I'm gonna have to uninstall and reinstall OBS. So unfortunately, that's why there's no pop-ups tonight. So I'm very sorry. Make sure to call out everyone. Like Artisan, thank you very much. Do you like Ballin's Jam Mallows? I don't actually know what a Ballin's Jam Mallows is. 1 wee second, I'm gonna look this up. Ballin's Jam Mallows. The first thing's popped up said discontinued. Oh, I've seen those before. I've never had them before. I'm not really like. I know it's weird. It's why I'm probably lean more Irish than British when it comes to the whole Northern Irish thing. I'm not really like a biscuit person. I don't really have a lot of biscuits in the house. So no, unfortunately, I've never had them. I couldn't possibly comment on them, but I'm sure they're very nice. But thank you very much for the super chat. And Power Girl Tattoo, thank you as well very much for the super chat. Get good. Well, I will try and get good. I'm sorry. I'm not a professional live streamer. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. That actually probably came in at the perfect time, because that probably came in at the time where I was describing how I am so inept at what I do. I literally couldn't get my super chat thing to work. So actually, yeah, I don't know what, Park Girl. You were on the money with that one there. You should have said potatoes. Oh, don't get me started on potatoes. This could be a 4-hour live stream if I start talking about potatoes. Because, well, to be fair, I've been tempted. I don't know why. potato dauphinoise have been on my mind a lot recently because I really like them, and I'm kind of tempted to make my own, because usually I just get the pre-made ones from like Marks and Spencer or something like that, but I'm kind of tempted to make my own. Slightly between, I know I was so happy when I heard his voice and thought, oh, are you talking about my voice? Yeah, I knew that was coming because Snowflake had left a comment on one of my videos a while ago asking if it was fine, and I said, yeah, 100%, dude, work away for it. But I like the bit that he picked was the how will he recover? Because I don't know, I just really like that line. I just really like the how will he recover line. So I was really good. I think it was really funny because you get like, because I watched, I did jump in. You might have seen me. I was in the chat watching, and I pretty much after that bit, I dipped out because I wanted to be a fresh opinion. But people did say right at the start I was in it, so I watched. And you have Milk Tea Shop being very professional, lovely lady on screen sitting chatting, Pulpy, lovely beard on screen sitting there chatting, and then you just get like my disembodied voice because I'm a faceless potato. just like I will even recover, just screeching away in the background. People are probably like, the fuck, what the hell was that? So yes, and hello to everyone else who's come in, Brianna, Rome, Enola, Sully Spittoon, Windy, Mamadi, Ducks, I think that's probably everyone more or less. So, yes, fantastic. So, we're going to get into this. We had about 20 minutes or so left. I went back to the last black screen, last black screen transition. Potato and wig, a potato. Well, this is just me and my potato dog suit. I probably should, like, if I was in any way not lazy, I probably should have this one be my Gorlworld potato, where I put on my Karen wig. But yeah, right now all you're gonna see is my doggo one. So I thought we'll go back to the last transition. This is right after the bit where she was talking about her abortions, which the jolliest part of the entire time. Medica stream tonight too? Really? Oh, fantastic. Oh, I didn't know Medica was streaming tonight. I actually haven't watched the last couple of Medica streams. I was watching the Kino Casino recently because I know he fought Andy Worski in Tekken, but I actually haven't even watched that yet. I've just been watching some of the clip shows. So, okay, I'll watch that at some point. Hello to everyone. Hello, Julie Bean as well. So I guess let's get into this. We'll watch this, and then we'll go on to Mukbang Magnus. Mukbang 2 Madness, sorry, is about an hour and 15 minutes long or so as well. So we'll do that, and hopefully that'll be fun. Like I said, it's going to be a chill stream tonight, I'm watching stuff that everyone's watched 34 times probably before. So, who knows? But we'll watch it together. We'll probably have a wee bit of fun. Let's go.
I knew before starting this foodie series that she'd have a whole host of health problems. Just from making videos on other people like her. Amber, Ricardo, Hungry Fat Chick. They've all got...
I haven't watched a Nikocado video in so... Like I said, I watched... Hungry Fat Chick. I watched her for like my videos whilst I was on holiday, and do you know what? Like I said, she was too depressing because she doesn't seem like an unlikable person. She doesn't seem like a bad person. It's like, because there have been like loads of people I've seen like, you should talk about this person, you should talk about this person, and I'll usually go and I'll like maybe give them a watch or something like that, and I'll see, because the reason I talk about like foodie and the reason I talk about like Amber and like Glitter and Laser and stuff like that is because they're not like nice people. It's why when I was like doing like the Kay's cooking or the Jackson fan, it was a lot more jokey. It was a lot less like me going at them and like slobbering about them, as we would joking around and having a bit of fun. Too depressing in this sector. I know where it's kind of weird, but she is just kind of like, oh, really? Oh, okay. She's just sad, Hey, Debbie, hello from Northern Ireland. So she's just kind of sad. It wasn't really fun, like dunking on her or anything like that. She just seemed like a normal enough person who's like stuck in a bad way. I've seen a couple of Alex Shook videos where he talked about her, where she seems like she started losing weight and everyone's like, yay, good work. And then people stopped watching her because she wasn't as much of a train wreck anymore. And then she kind of got stuck in that unfortunate cycle, so many of them do, which is like, well, I have to live. This is my job. So I have to start doing mukbangs again, And Nikocado barely posts anymore. He has a passive. That's the thing. Nikocado has made his millions already. And he probably realizes at this point, it's like, okay, I've pushed the character enough. I need to like roll back and I start looking after my health, because I know he lost a whole bunch of weight. I think he put it back on again, but I know he lost a whole bunch of weight for a while there. But yeah, no, don't worry. I will do more Kay's cooking, Jackson Fanny, stuff like that. That's kind of something I'll do every once in a while, just to kind of keep us fresh, because like Amber gets boring. Like Amber's so boring. I'm 5 videos behind in her, and I looked at it today and I was like, nah, they're not even fussed. Not even fussed. I'm sure it's even old news me covering that Q&A, because I know she goes after a bunch of creators because obviously I've seen like headlines and stuff like that and people talking about it on like Twitter. So I was like, maybe it's like too even old news for me to cover. Maybe I should just skip to her most recent stuff and just ignore that stuff. I might do that. I have no idea because I just don't care enough about the modern Amber stuff to like really go back into it. And it's kind of like, oh, boring. So the Doherty Dozen, I've really enjoyed recording that. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was probably one of my favorite videos I've recorded in a while. Not to like be like, it was such a good video, not to be like that, but it's one I actually enjoyed recording because it was so goofy. Case Cooking, I had a lot of fun with Case Cooking because Case Cooking is someone I've watched for ages. Jack Scafani, I don't know a huge amount about Jack Scafani, but enjoying him. I know if you're having issues with OBS or anything like that, you can just ask Gemini or Bing AI to understand. Troubleshoot stuff for you. It usually ends up okay, fantastic. Shoot, I'll have a check. I'll have it. That's the thing. I'll need to troubleshoot and just have a check, see if anyone else is having like weird repeating issues. I'm sure people have. But just if anyone on my most like recent, after this, I'll post a community tab and I'll ask people to give me like recommendations on like the Hardy Dozen or Case Cooking videos or Jackson Fanny, those kind of videos on those people that I've talked about, or even on people I haven't talked about. That if you want to give me a recommendation on certain ones, because I went back and looked at the comments and people said they want me to do like a spaghetti board, but she did like a giant table full of spaghetti or something like that. It was weird. Mini fridges and like her going to Costco. People want me to do that, so I'll look at stuff like that. Certainly, don't worry. Jack's Cooking had a stroke. Jack's has had 3 strokes now. I think Jackson Fanny has had several strokes. I haven't watched any of his recent stuff because I think that might be a bit like sad. So that's why I went back and I watched his things from like I think it was 9 years ago that video was, because it was like fun and silly years ago. Nowadays it might be a little bit depressing, and I don't really, I'm here for laugh. I'm here to have fun with you guys. I'm not here to be like, that's why I don't even, when Foodie's doing outrageous, I don't even enjoy Foodie doing outrageous. Sorry, I've talked far too much. We should get back to lovely Mr. Cardigan here. Let's go.
Health problems, and that's what happens if you're just going to overeat rubbish.
Yep, well.
And not exercise and not take care of yourself.
Sagittarius shoddy.
A pulmonary embolism can be fatal. So I was ill, and I had
one of those. They're fun.
Chest pain, dizziness, coughing. I was looking at my bedside table.
Going back to Boogie at the recent breakup, and so has he broken up with the 20-year-old? Has he apparently broken up? Do we know if it's actually real? Is it yet more? The biggest reason I stopped covering Boogie was because I know he wanted people to cover him. Boogie started doing all that attention stuff and the fake storylines and like his shaman attacking his house and all that. Like once that all started popping up, I was like, Boogie wants attention. I don't like fake stuff, so I stopped covering it entirely.
This morning, and
I will look into that after rinse though. Definitely.
More and more prescriptions. I have a sleep apnea machine. I have obstructive sleep apnea. I have my 2 types of antidepressants. I have my anti-nausea medication. I have.
I didn't even know you could get on like 2 types of antidepressants like at the same time.
Pain medication. I have the blood thinners.
Wow, that's depressing.
Many pills, especially for health situations that.
Well, this is fun.
I brought upon myself. So we went to the emergency room. BB drove me there and dropped me off. And
BB drove me there. He got his forklift out and just lifted me into the back of a fucking pickup truck.
I saw the triage nurse when you first get into the emergency room.
Yeah.
She was like, "Wow, you are noticeably really out of breath," and she was really
wow, you're really fat. It's like, what? Really? Jesus.
Concerned.
Can we really exactly
really
rinse?
Kind of down that, and I honestly just feel like I'm disabled, and I just feel really depressed.
Well, I wasn't going to say you're disabled because of your depression or your mentals. I was going to say that you're disabled because of like everything else. But geez, you know what? Mr. Snowflake's giving her a fair shake. He's kind of giving her like, letting her speak about like her issues and stuff like that. I'm assuming he's going to juxtapose it to her suddenly like cut to her eating like an entire block of cheese.
At this point of the research for Foodie, she did get a bit of sympathy out of it, I'll admit. She did get a bit when she was talking about
the CPAP. I heard about that. The CPAP was a famous rapper, if you guys didn't know. I'm probably like way behind on it. Because like when I was watching it there the other day and I saw Cat Match, yes, you did indeed, Cat. Well, they very rarely stream, but you did catch it. I'm probably way behind because like obviously like I react to things like from like a week or 2 ago at this point. But like when I saw the goblin shark, I was like, are we serious? Really? Goblin shark? I don't know if that was me like really reaching. Tell me guys if I was being crazy there. But like I saw the goblin shark right after the motel and I was like, okay, she called FFG Motel 6 for ages and now she's showing a goblin shark on screen. Is this her secretly like trying to throw shade and do the whole anti-Semitism thing with like FFG again? Everyone else in the world has probably already mentioned it, but I thought I saw it and I was like, that is fucking crazy.
The health issues. Even though she admits she's done it all to herself, I still had a bit of sympathy.
humongous
I
cysts
don't.
that are in my lower abdomen area.
Oh god,
and
no.
they make me bloated. They push on my other organs.
How big were the cysts they push on your other organs? Also, I'm just gonna say, it's probably everything else in the world that makes you bloated, like the cheeseburger. It's probably not the cysts or anything like that. Too many shark species exist for that not to be a coincidence. Well, especially because goblin shark is such a specific shark, you know? She called Natter a goblin shark before, really? She called him a goblin shark. It's so weird. I hadn't heard that, so maybe it was left to do with effigy. Maybe it was a more of a Natter thing than doing what you guys might be entirely right. But yeah, no, the goblin shark thing. I only knew goblin sharks exist because they're like deep water sharks and they're very rare because they were in a movie called I think it was called like Miami Shark Attack or Malibu Shark Attack, where like a tsunami hit and it carried up all these deep water sharks and there were people stuck in like a lifeguard tower with like goblin sharks attacking. I like watching like bad B movies. That's the only reason I knew.
She didn't want to have surgery to sort the cysts. She wanted to
Waterfast
heal herself.
Waterfast.
Weight and everything will heal me physically, but I also need to heal on an emotional and spiritual level.
Sharknado was good.
And I think that this will help take care of that. So the amethyst.
I still remember. I went into HMV and I bought. Oh god, it was called Sharktopus. It was a shark octopus, and I remember because that's all I bought. And I handed it over and I gave it to the guy, and I remember him just looking at it and just looking at me afterwards. Then, and I just shrugged. I was like, "Yep, yep."
Really spoke to me. So I got an amethyst.
Okay, so it was for Natter. Okay, well I was wrong then.
I got cherry quartz.
She tried lots of things. She tried just
oh my god, not the quartz.
Eating lots of grapes, honey and lemon. She tried all sorts. None of them worked. The crystals, surprisingly, the crystals didn't cure her.
Yeah, it's definitely an opener for me. I do need to make changes.
Sarcasm.
I roll my eyes at stuff like that because, well, we all know what's coming. I'm going to do this. No, I'm not. You're all awful. Can I have a bit of support and sympathy?
After my 2 ounces of cheese was gone, I don't.
I'm assuming it was like cream cheese or something like that because I've never heard anyone ever describe it as ounces of cheese before. I just assumed she's just eating cottage cheese with like a spoon. She seems so sad here. Jesus, you're sitting there talking about curing yourself, and then you also mentioned, by the way, 2 ounces of cheese.
As if on autopilot, just kept eating.
A quarts of cheese.
And eating, and the thought of stopping and putting the rest of the cheese in the fridge was just not an option.
Oh god, is this the cheese emergency? We're getting tired of hearing Foodie complain about herself and like, yep, understandably so. I remember she did say she had to go to hospital once because of a cheese-related emergency, and that's still my favorite reason for it ever.
All the time, you got deficiencies, if you have addiction, food
binging,
yeah. Whatever. All the complaints that you have, and you have your health.
Oh!
That's what I know.
God, what was this woman's... Was this woman's name, like, Cancer Warrior or something like that? I remember there's a woman who was, like, in, like, intensive care for, like, cancer or something like that, and made a video criticizing Foodie, and Foodie took it well.
Before I was diagnosed with cancer.
Cancer Warrior, yeah.
I'm still dealing with it. Before you stuff your face again and then complain that you might have this, you might have diarrhea and you're going to the ER, I want you to see for 5 seconds what a daily treatment is like here. Because they're about to start my injections. This is my daily life. So before you complain next time and you
So, like, Mr. Snowflake allowed her to speak her mind about all of her issues, then showed her how stupid she was because she decided she didn't want, like, conventional medication or help or anything like that, and instead suddenly was like, actually, do you know what? No, I'm going to heal myself with amethysts. And then she actually showed the Cancer Warrior thing. Yeah, gotta let her hang herself.
You're going through, and
those are the noodles she choked on.
Without donuts and
was it like Amber Lynn? Did she shit herself as well?
Chinese and pizza and mukbangs. This is reality. This is real life.
Every time I think
she checked herself into the psych ward to prevent constipation. Beautiful.
Well, I've made loads of videos on lolcows. Amber, Cyrex, Jupiter. I've seen the worst one.
Okay, firstly, I hate that table. Secondly, she does the King Cobra JFS thing. If you ever watch King Cobra JFS, he will get like a packet of like, I don't know, like sauce or something like that, and then he will lick out the packet and lick the lid, but he'll put like both sides of the lid in his mouth and just like scrape it out. It's like, bro, you have no idea who's touched that sauce packet. Why are you licking it? That's fucking... The reason the sauce is inside the packet is because it's like contained. No one can touch it, no one can mess with it or make it weird or anything like that. Why are you licking the outside of it? Jesus Christ.
Jimmy Bunker, seen the worst lolcows.
Hey John, how are you?
Has to offer. So I thought, oh, nothing's going to shock me now. But her response did...
My fucking God, you... Sorry. Oh my god, you're such a hateful woman. Stop comparing your health to that of others. Pretty Beauty coming in there with our amazing bit of information for Cancer Warrior.
It did. It got me.
No calorie left behind.
For the public to see as well.
She's basically an army ranger.
She went back to the mukbangs and complaining that she was making herself feel sick.
Last video I told you about my digestive problems. I showed you guys a picture a long time ago of some like weird spots on my legs.
I honestly was waiting for that to be. I showed you guys a picture of my shit. I was asking you guys, is it meant to be this big? Is it meant to be this brown?
Lack of concern for her own health.
I've never seen the spicy noodle challenge. I'm gonna have to go on to Kiwi Farms or something like that and have a look for like an archive of her really old videos and maybe react to a couple of them. Because like I came in so late, and especially because I didn't really get interested in her until like the salad thing. She had nuked 90% of her channel by the I came in, I think, after the 38 million like views deleted or whatever number it was of views deleted. I came in after all of that, so I missed out on like all of her great old videos.
When the hospital assists, she had to have a full hysterectomy to remove them.
I had my hysterectomy on November 20th.
Why would you film this?
So a lot of surgery.
Oh my god, why would you film? Thumbs up. Alright, Lee, calm down. Thumbs up. It was a good surgery. Thumbs up. Oh, this is probably really bad taste, but I'm also going to draw the point. Why the fuck would you film this?
I'm feeling tired.
Does she tell you? She feels tired. Who was filming this? Who agreed to film this? I've seen like bits and pieces of Crackhead Olympics. I didn't see all of it, but that's when my first introduction to watching her, I think, was FFG. When did I start watching Chantel? I watched bits and pieces. I seen bits and pieces off her because Matt at the Internet, Null, owner of Kiwi Farms, did like a people stream on her at one point. So I saw that, and then the next thing I saw was because every once in a while he would do updates, and I remember him doing an update on Nader and the CPAP rescue, and I was just like, okay, that sounds kind of bizarre. Kind of, where's your beer? Well, shut up, Michael. I really should trim it down and make it all fancy like Mr. Snowflakes again. So I saw he mentioned the CPAP rescue and he showed like a clip of it. And I was like, okay, this sounds interesting. So that's when I went and I looked for reactors. And I think the first reactor that popped up was FFG and then ended up going and I've watched FFG. So I've seen parts of Crackhead Olympics through FFG. So yeah, probably midway through Crackhead Olympics.
You would think that with all of her health issues and that person with cancer calling her out, would be a bit of a wake-up call for Amber.
Bitch with cancer.
And you'll do that at some point. I'm keeping it in. Would be a wake-up call for... What's she called? Foodie?
Foodie?
Would be a wake-up call
Mariam.
For... It wasn't. She still, for some reason, would just
Titanic-themed video? Oh, it was a Titanic-themed video. Have I seen a thumbnail for that somewhere? Was that what... She had like a background, she had like a green screen background, yeah? Hey,
It didn't matter.
So if you're going to be a reaction channel, and you're also, well, I may as well address this now, and you're going to re-upload my content, I'm going to strike you.
Oh no!
Because you don't have a right to do that.
Oh my god!
Seriously, this is not transformative.
Reaction.
She says that as she drives past the pharmacy in the background, probably picking up her entire pharmacy worth of medication she was apparently taking.
Channels are supposed to be transformative.
You want to strike my channel? You want to strike my channel?
Oh,
do it!
Bring it, bitch!
All that's going to do...
Also, I have to say, like, for anyone who doesn't keep up, unfortunately, Judy, Zachary Michael's senior rescue dog, unfortunately has passed away. So if anyone wants to go and, like, give him your best and give him your well wishes and all, like, I heard about that recently because I'm still subscribed. I don't watch a huge amount of other ones, but I saw it, he posted up that and I went and left a wee message because I was like, I do feel, like, terrible for him. It's obviously, like, awful, like, but yeah. I think he's probably taking a little bit of a break. He said he might come back and start doing reactions again, but yeah, unfortunately, just in case anyone didn't know.
...is make you look awful because I already got your strikes overturned, sis.
You could say, oh, it's because you're a bad person.
Michael!
So the logic is...
I make fun of your weight, and I think you're a bad person, and what? What are you gonna do about it? Fight me? I don't give a...
Sorry, Reds.
Another, I don't know, a billion clips of a foodie kicking off with reaction channels, but we'll be here all...
Another leech I have to copyright strike. I see, and if I know you so much, don't watch my videos. It's a no-brainer. Also, have you looked in the mirror? Because I wouldn't be judging anyone coming to go what I am eating when you're bigger than me, or at least that beast obese yourself. Just trying to get corn on the hate train, I guess. Point to me on the doll who the fuck is bigger than her in the community. And I'm actually talking about, like, real her, like actual her, and not like what she, like her 340 pounds she's fucking pretending to be right now.
All night. Honestly, there's loads. I've got no personal attachment to what's her name? Foodie Beauty. Can't remember her name. I've got no personal attachment to her.
Our Dini Miriam.
I'm making a few videos on her, and then I'll never think about it ever
Hey,
again.
Sailor.
But at the minute, she's as deluded as any lolcow I've ever seen.
Yeah.
She's definitely going to come for me now, isn't she?
Why more so?
Anyway, being so obsessed with reaction channels and
I have to admit, I think if he has, because he has done one on Cyrax, I didn't watch it because I tried watching bits and pieces of Cyrax. I don't find Cyrax an overly entertaining lol cow. But like, if he's done like a documentary on Cyrax, there's no way you can say Foodie is like worse than Cyrax. Like, Cyrax is like such a creature,
and what everybody else thinks of you is.
Guess what, Sailor? If you're into telling me that apparently Boogie has like there's been a breakup between Boogie and his 20-year-old, Rince mentioned it to me already. I'm gonna have a look at it after the stream and see what we kind of go with from there. But maybe it'll be my hump day stream. But it's Boogie, so I'm not sure how much I believe it. It might be him trying to get attention because he already did the clickbait of her like cheating on him and him like kidnapping her or her being kidnapped. He did all that already.
Classic lolcow behavior. And so it's threatening to quit YouTube.
Yes.
So this is not a
Once or
clickbait
twice.
video. I am leaving YouTube. I have one more video to upload, and
Back when she had hair, our beautiful queen. Do you know what? It's when you go back and see her back then, you totally get why she wears an abaya nowadays because it hides all this shit.
that will be the last one. I'm just gonna like log off.
My
I'm taking a
God.
break. I'm taking a break from YouTube. I'm quitting.
I only like to think she's taking a break because she was forced to eat a fucking salad for once in her life, and a salad was so depressing. She's like, you know, I'm just quitting YouTube. I don't want to have to sit here and eat fucking salads.
I wasn't understanding what I was doing wrong.
Everything.
You know?
You suck at
I
everything.
don't get it. I'm a good person. I have a lot of friends. So I can see that people don't like me because
Why don't you have any friends? You got on date. Oh, very nice, Sailor. Fantastic. Sorry, I was going for the far more important thing about Boogie with his 20-year-old daughter. I meant, sorry, definitely totes for real girlfriend, not sugar baby. Congratulations, Sailor. Really happy for you. Hope you have a good time being minister. Was it Reverend Minister? I can't remember which one it is exactly, but very, very good for you, man.
I'm overweight.
How come it's always the worst people in the world who say, I'm a good person?
Oh yeah, 100% Flying Spaghetti Monster. She is going to come back and claim, I never got a strike. I wasn't punished in any way. I wasn't 7th day. No, Salah took me on an all-expenses cruise for my birthday. Haha, I dunked on you haters. She is. I really do not think she will come back and admit that she got
She's
like
never learned
smash.
with reaction channels. She's always done the same thing. Upload a video, having a rant or a rage. Calms down the next day, deletes it. Does it again, rage, delete, rage. And she still does it now. But it seems nuts to focus on channels saying, I wasn't happy with the behaviour. To focus on that.
Mm-hmm.
And I always do it now since I made the little series on Life by Jen.
Oh, okay, I have to admit, I've never watched anything by Life by Jen, because honestly, I think by the time I got into Gorlworld, Life by Jen was already dead. So I didn't really know anything about her, but she looks melted. She looks like I don't know, a souffle that kind of burst a wee bit at the top. She looks big. Is she bigger than like Amber? Like, what weight was she? Like, she looks like a heavy girl. The only thing I know about Life by Jen is that she gets chaffles. That's all I know, like cheese waffles.
I always think when I see somebody in that poor, spoilers, her health gets so much worse. Honestly. She's such a bad way. It reminds me of Life by Jen, the last episode of Life by Jen I did, where you can look at her and you can go, yeah.
So Life by Jen was just like a sad story. She wasn't like one of the bad people who was like, yeah, see, that's the thing, because like, you know, with like Foodie Beauty and Amber, the reason you hear about them, so they might say it's because I'm fat. And it's like, well, it's not really because you're fat, it's because you're a terrible, terrible person. Like, so like, when there's other ones, because there's like ones like I got recommended like Planets with a Palate. And it's just like a really large lady or like two really large ladies just cooking. And they don't really seem like bad people. I watched like a video of theirs. There's no like real drama about them or anything I got from the looks of it. They just seem like two large ladies who really like food. And you're just like, oh, okay. Like, shrug, I guess. Okay. Like, I'm sorry, there's nothing really to like go after with that kind of stuff. Like, I don't really go hard on people unless I feel like they give me a reason to by being like a bad person. If Life of Jen was just like a normal woman, then whatever. Jen was a dick to her mom. Maybe then I'm not sure. Maybe at one point I'll sit down and I'll watch Mr. Snowflake's documentary, and that's probably the best way to try and find out about her, I guess.
She's dying.
Way
doesn't
bigger?
look too far
Okay.
away from that. But
There was
instead-
a personal lol cow of mine. He's called like Mad Matt. Don't try and watch him. He's not interesting. I stopped watching him a while ago because he got really boring. But he used to do a podcast, and they did a podcast, and during the podcast, one of the guys who was just massive, he was called Randy, he ended up dying. And he had been in and out of hospital. And I think when he got admitted to hospital, he was one of those people who just like blamed everyone. He was during COVID, and he was like complaining because like the kitchen took so long to bring his food up because they had to go through COVID procedures, like leaving it outside his room for a certain amount of time before they could pick it up and move it in and stuff like that. Because he was in like a separate room because of COVID and all. And he would complain about it, and he would complain that the food wasn't like, good enough quality and all. And he went in at £750. And he was like threatening the nurses, if you don't make my food better, I'm going to order Domino's to be delivered to my room and all. And he eventually died. He died like a couple of weeks after being admitted to hospital. And he was like so fucking entitled. And I remember one of his stories on the podcast was he fell over one point, and he was stuck on the floor for 8 hours trying to rebuild his strength and wait for his like girlfriend / fiance or whatever the fuck she was to get home so they could try and get him to stand up. But he was like so fucking entitled, even though he was £750, and he was so irritating.
And even now, we'll rage about just nothing, and that's the main focus, and I don't get it. You're spending your life, I'm talking to you now, Foodie, Mariam, you're spending your life raging at channels, and you're going to be dead soon, and you are.
Yeah.
So I don't get it. Why not focus on, why am I giving you advice? As if you're going to listen.
Nader will strike episode 3. He probably will strike episode 3 for it, but that's just because like he is like an actual terrible person. Yeah, more than likely he sounds like a piece of shit. But from what I heard, like he's apparently struck so many people that YouTube is like not accepting his strikes or something like that anymore. But I'm not sure if that's privacy strikes or actual like copyright strikes or whatever. Miss Anthrop, hello. Confirmed an Irish accent is better than a British accent. Fantastic. I win, and Goobs is the best. Goobs is abandoned me. She's left. I've got Chunks and Squeaker here. They're sleeping in the armchair. But yeah, Goobs is out. She's just checked out.
More fool me. What am I doing? We've seen it be pretty terrible to everybody in our life.
Literally everyone.
To our audience and mean, spoiled, all that. We've seen it be horrible, and our audience didn't like it, and reaction channels didn't like it. But I think the biggest scandal at this time,
I'm excited, was, the cheese.
Was the cheese graveyard.
The cheese!
Not a very firm cheese like I thought it was. So I'm just using...
You've never had... Fuck me sideways. You've never had a firm anything in your entire life. Like I said, the only time you've ever had sex with your own hands. I didn't know she had carved R.I.P. and what is that? Is that a wee bit of brie there? I didn't know she had carved R.I.P. in it. I've heard about the cheese graveyard, but I've never like sat down and watched the whole video. I didn't realize that.
Using it to make bricks.
Oh my god.
So no crosses, unfortunately, but my coffin turned out pretty well.
YouTube should have kicked them off. Yeah, YouTube should have kicked them off like absolutely ages ago, to be fair.
Be helping me.
Face reveal when? Never.
In the video, she's talking about the Heaven's Gate cult. Obviously, people died. Pretty serious subject. She's since deleted the video.
Oh no!
People have saved it.
Her hands can't reach though.
I know.
Maybe that's what the back scratcher was for.
Plenty of people were angry with this one, and I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
I'm just disappointed.
No, I'm not angry. I'm just baffled.
Daddy Snowflake.
I'm just confused by the whole.
The pink wig is beautiful because I saw the article for it, and I just remember seeing her with the pink wig, and the pink wig is fucking iconic.
I don't get it. I don't get what the tone of the video is meant to be. Like, I don't get what's.
I want him to play it because I'd love to see it.
Hey guys, I'm doing a vlog, and come join me and Pete's next week. We're going to whatever.
Thursday, we're going to the Pumpkin Inferno.
Oh, look at hell! This is iconic. This is worth 1 million views. Like YouTube, you know why like YouTube, if you get like 10 million views, you get like a diamond one. And it's like personalized to fit you. We need to get her to 10 million views, and YouTube needs to send her a play button shaped and looking exactly like this. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god.
Or is it meant to be
incredible?
Lots of people dying. Like, what am I watching? I didn't like how she kept talking about this really horrible, serious, upsetting thing for a lot of people.
Oh, it's
and then reports that just...
Thanks,
This cult is called Heaven's Gate. It was founded in 1974.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna... We just need to sit here and just, like, look, just admire this. Look at the beauty and the split. I want this on. I'm gonna have a wall. That's gonna be my face reveals. Me posing in front of my art wall, which is so far the picture of her holding the picture of the cats, going like, "I give away my cats for you." That. Her sneaking in at 3 a.m. to make some lattes, and now those three, I'm going to get them, and they're going to be 6 feet across each, and I'm going to, please do Hungry Fat Chick. I can't do it. I tried to do Hungry Fat Chick. I recorded a video, and I remember just going quiet about halfway through, and then I was just like, I'm not having fun. And if I'm not having fun, I don't think you guys are going to be having fun. So I appreciate you want me to do it, but I just think she's depressing. Cat Mechu, thank you so much for the super chat. I want to donate to my favorite potato and then the wee blushy, I don't even know what those faces are called. What are those faces that you do when you like make them out of like brackets and stuff like that? But thank you very much. I do appreciate it. She is, oh my God. Every fucking pause is a masterpiece. Boom, iconic.
On the call
Boom, iconic.
leader
Boom, less iconic.
is named Mark.
Oh, look at that. What do you know what I asked last time? What did BBC in her? I take it all back. Look at mwah. God damn it. We need to get this made. This is a modern masterpiece. Amber Lynn needs to make this out of Lego at some point. So if it gives Blessing People, yeah, I know you give it Blessing People to watch part 2, but I'll probably do what I'm doing this time. Next one, part 3 is coming out. We'll do a catch-up stream. We'll watch part 2 together, and we'll do that. And then we'll get people hyped for part 3. We'll do it like that again this time. Hopefully this time, though, I'll have a day's notice. I'll try and hit the day before, so it's not me going like, oh, shut up, the rush home, but try and stream quickly.
Marshall Applewhite.
Oh my God.
So his name is
Wow, you know what? That's the picture I would have picked to show for that.
Marshall.
Like, are you telling me the story?
Is that a fucking? Sorry,
So that
one more second. I need to go back here. Is this just like a whole ass potato? Like this? This looks like a potato. Is this just like a whole ass potato? Was she just sitting there eating like a fucking like just like standard raw ass potato? It looks like a potato.
Like, are you telling me the story so that I'm invested, or am I just listening to you chew cheese? What's the video?
I have no
So
idea.
would have this slight sad tone on.
It's both.
Which you would talk about this. You'd have a sad. Well, she had a sad tone, and then
It's a block of cheese. It's a potatoey looking block of cheese.
Immediately jump to cheese.
Now you might be a mass suicide and think, oh,
What?
it's horrible. But for these people,
Brie. It's like that time she was at the farm where she's just walking around talking about stuff and then she went, oh, windmill, not her. You know, that kind of thing, just over and over and over again. When you're listening to her talk about anything, she'll be talking about like, guys, I really desperately need to go back to Canada. I'm falling apart here. I love peppers. She'll just be like, what the fuck? This just took me entirely out.
manipulated. They
Was it
believe
Halloween? I
that
think.
was the only way for them to reach this level of transcendence, and they called it the next level. They were confined in their bodies.
They called it the next level, just like this Brie here is pretty fucking next level, guys.
And
look at her go.
the electric cheese tastes like an aged cheddar.
Okay. Tastes like aged cheddar and suicide.
Brie, if you've never had it, is really creamy and delicious.
Who the fuck hasn't had Brie? Okay, pick up that potato. Oh, it is actually a sideways cheese. Why was it? That's a thin ass slice of cheese to be standing side on there, looking like a potato.
So,
Pepper's like sriracha. Shut up. Sriracha's spicy, all right?
Then they put plastic bags and purple shrouds over their heads.
Oh
and
god,
died in
this.
bunk beds.
Yep.
I'll have one more piece. I cut out a certain amount of pieces I wanted to eat. Yeah.
I'm gonna have some Brie with it.
This is really good bread. It's from Artisan Bakery.
Fantastic. Now tell me more about all these people dying, please.
As in artisan. Play on words.
I'd screw a necromorph. Why did I say necromorph? Like necromorph might be worse. I'd screw a xenomorph before I go anywhere near her. At least the xenomorph. At least a xenomorph is accommodating. It has the big mouth if you have a big dick, and the small mouth if you have a small dick. So do you know what the xenomorph? It's well designed for men.
Talk about a bit of stick for showing dead bodies, which I've.
That's an entire loaf of bread. I don't know. Are you talking about the bread or Chantel? Chantel looks like an entire loaf of bread.
Thanks for that, Foodie. That was a laugh editing. It was just a strange one. It was just, here's some dead bodies. Here's
also
a piece of cheese.
And I think what really stood out, besides the mass suicide, was
Actually, keep still saying it.
the pictures of the bodies that are online.
Jeez.
So I'll show you a picture. They're all wearing the same Nikes.
See, I remember specifically her talking about this, saying, I never showed the body. Cut the clip of her going like, I'll show you the bodies, guys. It's weird. They're wearing Nikes.
And you can buy these Nikes. They're expensive on like eBay. I really like this pumpkin spice.
I really like this pumpkin spice. I was waiting. I love her saying you can buy these Nikes. My head immediately went, of course you can buy fucking Nikes. And then I was just like, oh wait, you probably mean like the dead people's Nikes.
Shoes, actually. It's pretty good.
Xenomorphs get more D than Chantel because they are a big D.
I think she's a lolcow, not a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't treat the subject with any respect. So I understand people being angry
Slay Queen.
And people were. It even made its way to...
Sorry, Lisa.
And the...
Yeah, this is the image I saw. This is the iconic image I saw that I didn't follow her afterwards because this is like way before I started following her, but I remember seeing this picture and I was like, oh, chef's kiss.
The short Michael B. Petty tweet.
Xenomorph Queen is more personality, exactly.
Flashing pictures of dead bodies on the screen while you stuff your face talking about the price of Nikes. This is low even for Chantal.
Yeah.
Someone says, maybe that's why they wore the same shoes. Nike, just do it.
I've got to make a point. That is a funny joke. That is a funny joke.
Okay, that was a good one, lol.
I don't care how bad a person I am.
You realise you are joking about the suicide of 39 people, right?
It's a good joke. Shut up.
I'm not someone who gets offended by jokes, offensive jokes.
I really don't.
Inappropriate jokes. Because the majority of the time, when you hear a joke like that, the understanding is that both parties aren't really like that. The person telling the joke doesn't believe what they're saying, and the person listening to the joke doesn't believe what they're saying. And the joke is, haha, can you imagine if we were actually like that? Of course we're not like that. Great, fine. It's like Michael Scott.
See, I don't remember that at all. I'm not sure if it's like, I don't even know when the Heaven's Gate thing happened. So it probably was before my time. And if it was probably when I was so young. Like I don't remember it happening like whatsoever. I'd heard about Heaven's Gate, but I'm not sure where. It was somewhere online. And no, it wasn't Chantal. Chantal wasn't the one to break the news of the Heaven's Gate call. Was it like, I don't even know if it was like something like weird, like South Park or The Simpsons or something like that.
Maybe. In the office, he says, what does he say? There's no such thing as an appropriate joke. That's why it's called a joke. However, because
early 90s, yeah, it was probably before my time then.
And I don't think she's a good person. And I don't.
97? Okay, well, I was just way too young then to understand anything like that. I'm never gonna say, Michelle.
It feels uncomfortable when she makes a joke about it or laughs about it, because I think if somebody was to make a joke about it, it was kind, it was nice, I'd get that it's a joke and that they've got genuine empathy, and of course it's not funny.
See, I have to admit I have a different opinion on this, and I don't mind that he has a different opinion than me because I'm not anyone's dad on here. I don't care how people feel about things. I just don't really mind like dark jokes. I really don't mind those things at all. Still too young to get math and fuck up. Was I bad at chemistry? Was that part of the lore? Like I know the math thing is just genuinely real. We might as well stick English in because I can barely fucking speak half the time. Chemistry? Was I bad at chemistry? Oh, that was a joke I made myself. You can't even use that against me. Hey, stuff.
But when Foodie does it, I don't know.
Green, I would assume that would be really fucking weird, though, if you did actually live in the area when that happened. That must be fucking... That probably was absolutely crazy, then.
I don't think she's a nice person, so does she have any empathy for it? Does she think it's actually horrible?
She is a bad person,
just stuffing her face with cheese? I don't know, because the video is just crap.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Cheese. Some good cheese, I guess.
They make really good bread.
That is the thing. If she was like not in every pause a masterpiece. If she wasn't so terrible at everything she did, you could maybe understand it. You know, you could maybe like be like, okay, she's doing like a crime talk or something like that. Because you know, like as she said, loads of people do true crime stuff. She's feeling herself in this video exactly ultimate chaos. She is terrible at everything she does, and that's why it always comes across badly.
It reminds me a lot of the Logan Paul Japanese forest.
Yeah,
I really hate to say this. I think there's someone hanging right there.
Oh, it's so fake.
When he was there and he was laughing and he had no genuine empathy. And you could tell his laughter was just one out of cruelty and immaturity. And
well, that's because it was fake, to be fair.
Not really, no. So it reminds me of that. I think she just didn't treat it with any respect at all. That's my armchair psychology.
That meant you. See, I never had any respect. But to be fair, my introduction to Chantal was purely as a lolcow. That was purely it, you know?
On March 26, 1997, that's when they decided to do it.
And you misanthrope, exactly. Sometimes you just gotta laugh. I'm very much that. You laugh or you cry. I prefer laughing, you know? That's always been my bit.
Well, They drank the Kool-Aid or whatever they did.
They drank the Kool-Aid, or some people might say they ate the brie with this artisan bread. Very nice, I might say. Not a girl.
Because of everything you've heard so far and everything I've learned so far, I would totally understand if you watching didn't have any sympathy for what's coming up next. Because I didn't by this point.
What is the bit? Oh, the hysterectomy, is it? Or?
I know.
Oh, the baby bit.
Right now, and I'm going to try to talk.
You always look like shit. Like, she on the greatest scale of shit, she is always on the shit end of the shit. She never, like, you can never tell if anything bad actually happens to her because she always looks consistently like this.
Or maybe I'm just going to cry.
Oh my god. Is
Maybe
this when BB
decided to break up?
Well, you decided, apparently.
We have to break up one day. I know that's really horrible to say because we don't want the same things in life.
Oh, pineapple.
I guess that will happen. I mean, that's part of life.
It's just the way. I don't want to talk badly about him. I don't really want to go into too much detail to respect his privacy. We've been together for
the cleavage almost goes up to her chins. See, it's I see it differently. See, you're like a glass half full person. I'm a glass half empty person. I think her chins nearly go down to her cleavage. There you go.
8 years, and I never thought that
we couldn't laugh at all and say it exactly.
And,
oh my god, BB's actually smiling. Oh my god, that is actually genuinely weird to see. The only time I saw BB smile before this was a time when she said he hates me, and he actually smiled. Wow.
You know, when you're first in love, that feeling. Are you coming to cheer up, mommy?
You coming here to be abused, you little bitch?
Same thing with Pete. Well, not the same thing with what happened with Pete.
Well, not the same thing with Pete, because I didn't actually give a fuck about Pete. So I saw that black satin shirt. I didn't give a fuck about that, man.
But 7 years, you know, get that 7-year itch, I guess. I don't know. And I think that I'm really messed up. And I can tell that he's not happy.
Where is he in this picture? Like, where did this, like, picture come from? Like, because, like, she's not in it. This is, like, okay, weird. Like, BB's, like, a good-looking guy. That's why I'm, like, so confused. Especially when people came in and said, no, he actually did have residency and all. He wasn't with her for residency. Obviously, like I said, I had no idea about anything like that. Because I'm not Canadian. I don't know how it works. Like, why was he, what was it? Like, what, was he just a chubby chaser? Or, I don't know. I don't know. I'm genuinely confused. He's smiling. It must have been the day he dumped her. That was right before he told her. He's smiling because he knew what he was about to tell her.
I want him to find somebody he's more compatible with and then be happy with.
Like anyone? I like to think that BBJ is just there to enjoy her suffering in this moment.
Something that I'm just not meant to have.
Was BB a good dude trapped or a questionable person? I haven't heard anything bad about BB, like, whatsoever. So I feel like he was a good dude trapped. Like, I guess that was it. But, like, she wasn't even working. Like, he was, like, the guy. It's not like he was there with her for her money or anything.
I feel like I did this. Like, I ruined it.
The boy laughed at those babies, exactly.
Like, this is our home, you know?
They look photoshopped. They don't even look like they're in the same room. This looks She looks like she imposed herself there. Like he was sitting there, I don't know, just by himself holding up his Xbox controller, getting ready to watch an anime, and she's just photoshopped herself into that picture. Her head is 3 times bigger than his.
Even though there's roaches.
What?
I might move back in with Pete's as roommates.
Yes, thanks for showing it again.
Videos with me. He's very supportive. I mean, I knew BB wasn't my soulmate, whatever, you know, I always have to tell him, like, come look how cute the cats are being right now, and he just goes, he just grunts. Like,
you give a fuck about the cats. I knew he wasn't my soulmate because you didn't care about the cats. Bro, like, come the, like, yeah, okay, because you're sitting there talking about how much you love the cats and we're looking after the cats. I guarantee the only time those cats got brushed was when BB was fucking there. Calm down. Jeez, mentalist.
Cat, you're not my soulmate.
Can you appreciate a cute cat?
BB broke up with her because he was fat phobic.
He was fat phobic and a woman.
On BB. I did. There was this Jamaican guy who was very, very...
I remember that. She would hide her pizza... Yeah, no, you're right. She would hide her pizza boxes in the cupboard so BB wouldn't find out that she was eating pizza.
Very persistent. I don't know what it was. Like, I don't know what it was.
What's behind here? I'm scared because I feel like she didn't know this. I feel like Snowflake did. How much tittage is she showing that, like, Snowflake's scared it will get him yeeted?
Think about his confidence level, and he was so persistent, and I like attention, and I was insecure. And I didn't feel like I deserved BB because BB was so good, and I just didn't feel like I deserved good. I don't know. I've never done anything to hurt anybody.
Wow, sure. Okay.
I mean, I have
This is during the this is during the Natter arc. Fantastic. Okay, so at least you got a time zone for that.
I don't particularly like Foodie Beauty. Oh, shocking after everything you've just watched. But I think she's been
the ugliness of the soul of it. See, Ryan, I have to admit, I don't agree. I don't think she was ever attractive, like at all. Like I really don't think she was. But like you know, maybe she's ruined for me because I've always said about like I always want to make a documentary on Boogie. Because I've watched so much Boogie content. But I'm probably the worst person to make a documentary of Boogie because I have such a negative opinion on him. I don't think I could be in any way, but it's a courtesy blur, exactly, by the way. I don't think I could be like in any way fair to Boogie because I have such a negative opinion on him, like whatsoever. So, like, maybe I'm that way with Chantel. She's just in a bra. Oh, I love it. I'm going to imagine that later on tonight. With Chantel, where I went in knowing how bad she was, so she's just always hideous to me.
She's been spoiled, mean, impulsive, angry, all that stuff. All stuff she would agree with now, I'm sure.
Yep.
I don't hate her enough to make videos about her forever. I'll make this little series and then I'll move on with my life and never think about her again. Exactly. And she'll probably hate me after this series. Well, she'll probably hate me now.
Right,
which is fair enough. I've just spent however long pointing out all your bad qualities. Not all of them, but
he didn't even. That's the thing. Like, despite what she said, a lot of it was just him showing her stuff and making an occasional like snide joke or something like that. A lot of it was like from her mouth.
Some of them. And I might not like her, but that doesn't mean I want her to die, obviously. So if she did die, I could make a video about it while eating cheese. So no empathy.
I liked his smug little smile there right before he said it. She could control herself in earlier recorded videos for at least 10 or 15 minutes. That's exactly it, Charlie. Charlie's mom. A lot of people go off the deep end when they live stream a lot. Because if you're doing like short little edited videos, you can make yourself look however you want to make yourself look. A lot of people only become lolcows when they start live streaming. Like, if you watch Boogie2988, the vast majority of like criticisms and things people like say about him that are negative is when Boogie was live streaming. Like when he did his like videos on YouTube, they were generally very dry, very down the middle, very fence-sitting, very moderate. He didn't really have overly strong opinions. He generally spoke quite well because he had scripted and all beforehand. It's when he started doing live streams that he came across like he was absolutely fucking nuts, because that's when he started, and like that's when Foodie seemed to have gone off the deep end, was the times when she was sitting there 8 hours a day during the Natter arc, constantly live streaming, and she just looked absolutely awful. He's in a few very old channels back. I was a bit big on competitive eating habits. I'm sorry, I must have missed something there with that. That's something women lie about. Chantel has nothing about her that is attractive. There's nothing to turn your head. It's just her personality matches. I've never seen Chantel thin, so I have no idea if you stripped it all away and made her thin. Like, would she go up at all? Is she just fat ugly because she's so fat? Like, is it because she's a bad person? It's weird, like you're not really sure. Even I low BMI voice and kind videos, streams, calling people names and raging. Exactly. Like when she does a video, it is her trying to show this is me being the nicest guy, the nicest person ever. I'm so kind, I'm so dainty, I'm such a good Muslim, all that kind of shit. It's during her like live streams when she's going nuts, or her community tab posts where like she quickly types it up and just shoots it off, and then 10 minutes later deletes it. Twitter also makes lolcows. You're exactly right, John. Twitter also makes lolcows. That's why like I have my Twitter and I basically never use it. You don't know how often I see something on Twitter where I'm like, that's stupid, or I don't like that, or I disagree with that. And there is the temptation. And maybe like couple years ago when I was on the internet, I might have like responded and tried to troll them or take the piss out of them or something like that. But nowadays I just like, I just don't care. I don't care enough to like fight with people, argue with people. It's not fun, and also I am aware now that I have like some people follow me. Like I don't have a lot of followers on Twitter, which is fine because I don't really post on Twitter. But like no one wants to see me randomly having some random argument with someone or like complaining about something I find annoying. It's just like so boring. KD Detroit, thank you very much for the super chat. Thanks for keeping me laughing. Well, I do appreciate it. And hopefully that is all I want to give, is hopefully people laugh and have fun and enjoy stuff. Like that's all I want. I really want. I don't want to go into anything overly serious because overly serious stuff is boring as all fuck usually.
I have Michael B. Petty tweeting at me. Get on to BuzzFeed. Is that still a thing, BuzzFeed? I prefer if she lost the weight, she got healthy, if she didn't die in the next 2 weeks.
If she doesn't die before I get episode 2 out, because that'll be really awkward.
But if she stopped being horrible to everybody.
Hey, Abby Cat.
Raging, and then deleting it, and then raging. I prefer if we had a big arc, because I'll be honest, I'm getting sick of ending these videos on the same thing. This
and then they died.
They're gonna die. That's not fun. That's not fun for me. I want to end it on a hopeful, happy note.
I feel you. I feel you.
So hopefully, there's a huge arc. It'll be the greatest arc in the whole of YouTube, internet lolcows. Foodie Beauty, she was awful. She was horrible. She did all this. Oh my god, have you seen?
Do you think her mother or granny or whoever hated her, and that's why they put her in fucking those dungarees with those flowers? Because she looks like she's probably like, I don't know, like 15 maybe or something there. That's a bit old to be wearing this. These are like toddler clothes.
She's lost loads of weight. She's dead nice. I know it's not going to happen. I'd prefer that, but I know it's not going to happen. So I probably shouldn't waste any energy.
Pepperoni bros.
I did originally have some big teas for the next episode coming up, but I think I'll just leave it at. Thanks for watching.
I think I'll leave it at. She is awful, and she probably is going to die.
Thank you to you, Foodie, for watching. It wasn't that bad, was it? I know you were panicking, even though you said 40 times you didn't care.
And
it's just like, the teaser about you doesn't look favorable. That's okay. I don't care.
It wasn't that bad. Most people watching this will already know all this stuff.
I knew a lot of it, but not all of it.
You don't know it. I don't think it's going to affect you. The people who like you will still like you, and the people
that
who
was
don't
the
like
90s. I don't fucking know. Well, maybe in the 90s I would have dressed like that because I was like a child. So maybe I would have dressed like that.
Nothing's going to change there. So it's not really going to change anything about your life. But you should still do a rant video. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. You as well,
No
Foodie.
problem, Snowflake.
Thank you.
He keeps signing off, and then I keep looking, and it's like a minute left.
I hope you're all entertained.
Overalls with a jam back there? Really?
And I'll see
Am I
you
weird
next
for calling them dungarees? Is dungarees not the way people call them? Or are they called overalls? Is dungarees like a UK thing? Because I call them dungarees.
If I can bring myself to do another month's research
like
for
a
Foodie.
tobacco patch?
But I should see you in episode 2.
Whoop whoop.
I'll do a little tease for Luxury Villa. Stay tuned. Cheers, everybody. Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Done.
Oh, yep. Oh, yep, maybe. Dramatic reveal. Oh my god. Did Jimmy Bunker go to the Cuba resort that Foodie went to? What's this? What is this? Hi, Jimmy.
I'd like to thank Mr. Snowflake for providing the funds for this research trip to Cyprus.
Okay. Oh.
Thanks, Mr.
I honestly thought he had paid for Jimmy Bunker to go to the same Cuba resort, and they're gonna try and find that waiter who had given Chantel that fucking cake. You remember the waiter who surprised her with a cake or something to try and track him down?
Thanks.
Fantastic. Okay. Yep, great, 100%. We'll get on to the next one then, okay. The next one is from Mukbangs to Madness. It was posted back on May 2022. Okay, there we go. We are back up again. Fantastic. Really good video, really well edited. That is the thing. I remember, like I said before, he pretty much got me into Amber because I watched his shit by the algorithm, and that was one of the biggest reasons I started watching Amber, because I don't really remember anyone actually talking about Amber before that. Anyone I watched whose reaction channel pretty much only talked about Foodie back then. Ms. Anterup, thanks, Potato, and Happy Easter all. Happy Easter all. Yeah, oh yeah, today, it's nearly Easter Sunday, I guess. It's 8 minutes until Easter Sunday. For me at least. For you guys, you'll catch up eventually as well. You'll love Super Chat somewhere. Don't worry, it's fine. That's why I don't do membership or membership streams or anything like that. All my content will always be free because I realize not everyone can super chat. I do appreciate the super chats. Obviously, it is super nice of anyone who decides to super chat. But it's why I won't do membership only streams and all. I want everyone to be able to enjoy everything for free. So there you go, guys. Love you, Lisa. Always and forever. Occam's Chainsaw. Hello. I don't think I've said hello, but you buy back the laptop. Oh my god! Imagine if they could find the laptop. Imagine all the weird shit you'd find on it. Go to Barcelona, Florence, and Paris soon. Did you mention that last time? I think you mentioned that last time. It was Barcelona, Rome, and Paris. I think it was someone else. Maybe it was someone else, because I remember them saying Rome. Or it was you, and you mentioned Rome, but this time you're also talking about Florence, or whatever it was as well. I have no idea. I've never been to Barcelona. Paris, I thought was, just okay. I don't think I'd ever go back to Paris. If I ever go back to France, I'm gonna do the Battlefield tours again. Patreon version 2 when. That's the thing. With my Patreon, like I got rid of it very early on because I realized I wasn't doing like nearly enough content to warrant it. And that was done back when I wasn't monetized, and then it's just like, well, what's really the point of having it? I'm not producing any valuable content that anyone would like, and the best you're getting is me going, thank you very much for this, for my Patreons. At the end, it really wasn't worth it. Like, you hated Paris last time. Well, hopefully I've dealt with the bedbug problem. That was a problem. Was Big Turk in Cuba? No, Big Turk was in Canada. Big Turk was like some mail order guy, I think, in like, Canada. No, I can't remember the guy's name, but it was like, fuck, I cannot remember his name whatsoever, but apparently he had a dick bigger than a Pringles tube or whatever the fuck it was that she usually claims, and he fucks her so good and he fucks her so hard, and she gave him a laptop, and I think he also had like a family or something like that. I have no idea. I'm a big fan of Paris. No, I do the Battlefield tours. That was always been way more interesting for me. So I'll probably do the Battlefield tours again before I do like Paris or anything like that. I'd like to do like Nice, somewhere there down south of France. I think that'd be nice. Somewhere down the coast in the south of France. I think that'd be quite nice. But yeah, Battlefield tours more like that's kind of my bag. I like wartime history, like World War II, that kind of stuff. That's been more interesting for me. I've always been kind of interested to go down and maybe do like, I don't know, Anzio, kind of in Italy, kind of do like that kind of thing. But yeah, like those are all like in the future plans. I have my other plans kind of half made for later on this year, so we'll see what we do then. So yes, we are probably going to be getting into this, and it should be fun. Might be covering some of the same talking points, obviously, because it is, you know, why did I set it down? I'm so incredibly stupid. Where we might be covering some things we already talked about, so that some people might find this a bit boring, but why not? We'll go through and we'll see it. My Japanese girlfriend recently had to evacuate her hotel in Kyoto because of bed bugs. Jesus. Did I tell them to literally ever? That is incredibly weird, yeah, because like Japan is super clean. Like even if I stayed at like fairly cheap hotels this time, just to try and keep like the cost down, because like I said, I don't really spend much time in hotels. I literally need somewhere to sleep. Like even then, they were like spotlessly clean. They even when I put like the sign on the door, because I don't really like people coming into my like hotel rooms, even if I'm there for like a couple of days, I will generally leave this thing on the door, being like, don't worry about coming in to make up the thing. I'm absolutely fine. They would still come in and clean my room. They're like overly tidy, and it's just like, just leave me alone. I don't like people going through when my like suitcase is open and shit like that. Even though it's Japan, so I know it's probably like I probably could leave my open suitcase in the lobby and no one would steal any shit from it, because Japan is just Japan. It's so weird when you're sitting at like a big event and you see people walk in and they find their seat and they like take off their backpack and they put their backpack on their seat and then they leave. And it's them putting their backpack there to be like, oh, I found my seat, here's my seat. And then they'll just leave and you're just sitting there and you're like, oh, you literally could never do that here because that backpack would be gone within the next like 30 seconds. But like every event I went to, people are just like willing just to leave their bags there. Like, because I'd like bought like, you know, a whole pile of stuff at different events I went to, and I'm carrying around bags and all, like full of this like souvenirs or memorabilia or whatever the fuck it is. And I was just like, oh, I need to carry this kind of like everywhere I go. And then I just like noticed other people doing it. I was like, oh, okay. And I just kind of just left it at my seat and just walked off. And I came back and I was just like, oh, okay, weird, fine. Everything's just kind of there. Sylvia, why do you never answer my question, Mr. Potato? I long for an answer. Oh, sorry, I did not see your question. I shall scroll back up here. I am not seeing a recent question. I do apologize. Post it again. Hopefully, if it doesn't pop up, boil a mushroom, stick you in a stew. That's not a question. If that's what you're saying, that's not a question. That is more like a threat. That is more like a direct threat. That is a Chantel level threat where she's going to come after me and my brothers. Okay, guys, I guess we're just going to get into it. I've rambled on long enough. This is an hour and 20 minutes long. And hopefully we're going to try and get through all of this here. So hopefully not a huge amount of pausing. Let's go. Oh, awkward silence. Oh, there we go. Oh, his Sonic opening. This is like 100% inspired by Sonic the Hedgehog. That's all I know.
This account has been terminated due to multiple and severe violations of YouTube's policy for nudity and sexual.
Is that Kaya Simons? Is that the one who's with the fucking child pimp dude thing, whatever? Because I recognized the voice and I wasn't sure what it was. And okay, yes, I've seen people talk about her before. Is that the time she got banned? Is that the Cuba time? Because I remember her account got yeeted before she went to Cuba.
Content.
But I wanted to discuss my
Yeah, you wouldn't trust Japan still has thieves. Yeah, it still has thieves, certainly. But like I said, it was so weird seeing people, like, talking about, like, just, like, leaving stuff there. And I was like, oh, okay, Jesus Christ, that's so weird. And then I did it, and, like, yeah, everything was always where I left it. I was like, Jesus, it's so weird.
Thoughts on Foodie Beauty's channel getting terminated?
For Foodie Booty's channel, which has been terminated by YouTube.
I love Zach. I love Zach when he comes out and he does his like funeral, like dearly beloved, we're gathered here today. I love that. That's one of my favorite of their skits.
About this, what can I even say? She was terminated. A lot of people were speculating. Can
I don't know
she
who
come
this
back?
is.
Maybe.
Oh, Snowflake unoriginal documentary. This is 2 years ago, so we'll get to see how his editing style has changed. Zach's funeral get up in school. It's so good. I love it. I love it. I really enjoy the funeral skits. Oh, iconic! Whoa. It's a look. If you just had this, if I just started my stream like this, just on this frame, you'd think it was someone's lips. You'd think someone would be leaning in for a little bit of a kiss there, wouldn't you? This doesn't look like a belly. Like, because I know full well, because it looks like it's just a split belly, but you know full well. Belly and then, like, fupa. Like you said, the double guns. Ethan Ralph. It's not Ethan Ralph, because Ethan Ralph's is bifurcated. It's split up the middle. This is split horizontally for some reason. Yeah, misanthropia, I mentioned that earlier. Yeah, it's awful. Oh, we're actually getting him as well. Okay, so we got BB and Pete, so we're getting him as well. I guess he would like feature in this one, like, because like this is everything before Salah, pretty much. Oh god, Johnny Somali, yeah. I remember I heard him. Like, he was out there doing something stupid recently. Again.
Tutorial video.
Oh, we're
I'm
going all the way back.
Guru, so I guess it's not really a tutorial.
See, this is why people say, at least at one point she was pretty. If this is her just being like, yeah, if this was like plain Miriam being pretty, she was not pretty.
Watch me put my makeup on.
Oh my god, let's go!
I just kind of wing it when I put makeup on.
I've noticed. Trust me, I'm well aware. I've seen you.
16, Foodie Beauty, also known as Chantal Marie, appeared to be just another...
Is this back when he didn't appear on camera? Because for ages, Mr. Snowflake didn't appear on camera. He used to appear with the snowflake bag on his head.
A beauty channel on YouTube. She would talk makeup and all things related to beauty. Some channels like hers would end up becoming massively successful.
I don't know who that is.
This was usually due to their personalities, rather than the actual makeup tips they provided. Because there are so many beauty channels on the platform, it's easy to get left behind. You have to be...
I was about to say, I don't know who any of these people are, because I'm not really part of that community. The only time I've ever dipped into, like, the tea community, Jeffree Star, okay. Well, at least I finally have a face to name. I think if I saw a picture of James Charles, I would know what they look like. I think if I saw James Charles, I would know, okay, that's James Charles. I think, but I'm not actually 100% sure. I was about to say I didn't know any of them, and then, of course, Jimmy Bunk came out. The only time I've ever looked at, like, tea community is when Mike Plum was making a documentary on Boogie, and I found out he was making one on Trisha Paytas too, and a bunch of tea community people like Peter Mon and... Oh, there's other people. There's like a Northern Irish dude. Oh... He lives over in, like, Manchester now. What is his name? He's like a Northern Irish dude. He was talking about it as well. He talks about Trisha and, like, other, like, you know, like, tea community kind of locals. I can't remember the name now.
Unique to stand out from the rest. And sadly, for Chantal, she wasn't doing anything special.
Well, that's a look.
She would apply her makeup, and not in an especially professional way either.
Not really.
But at least she had the self-awareness to realize...
I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it's just like... It's like... It's okay. It's not like terrible or anything. It's like Snowflake says. It's not like super professional, super incredible, super amazing. It's just like, okay makeup, I guess.
While applying her makeup, Chantal would tell us stories.
She does look mental because it is only like, because it's only on the side, she does look just totally mental.
She tried to make them as interesting as possible, but no matter what story she told us.
See, this is a bad look. See, if someone came at me and was like, I'm going to teach you about makeup, I was like, oh, what do you look like? And I saw this, I would just turn off the video straight away. This is not what I want teaching me about makeup.
She just wasn't very engaging. And although she did have people subscribe to the channel, it wasn't many at all.
Black girls love their makeup. I guess it does. It's kind of a shield, you know? It's like guys with small dicks, I guess they really like biceps. You know, I guess that's just what it is. It is just kind of a shield. It's like, well, what have I got to work with? Fuck, not a lot. I might as well treat all this extra face I've got as a canvas and try and make myself look pretty with makeup.
Didn't appear to be engaging enough to make it big on YouTube like she wanted.
Have you seen Snowflake's series on Jason Genova? I don't think so. I don't know the name. Is Jason Genova the guy in the gym? The weird little guy in the gym who has like an army and he tries to send his army after people? Is it that guy, like the Misfits? Is that Jason Genova? If so, yes, but I don't really remember it.
Wanted. She seemed nice enough though, even a little quirky.
If you ever hear me talking weird to my cat, total disclaimer, but yeah, I'm a total crazy cat lady, and that's how I talk to her all the time.
Piss troopers? Is that what they're
As well
called?
as being quirky, she came across as a shy person. Timid, afraid of the world around her.
I just got back from shopping.
Oh my god, crazy.
Boxing Day, and the malls were actually not...
Why the fuck would you ever go out shopping on Boxing Day? That is just like a battlefield. Never do that. Like, I don't know how much about it is, I believe, her social anxiety, as so much so that she just thinks, calls his fans muckers. That's weird, because mucker's like a Northern Irish thing. We call each other mucker. I love Lush. Pussy wet. I saw that, I just couldn't help but just stare at it. Especially the full capitalization. I love Lush. Full stop. And then all lowercase. Pussy wet. It just caught my attention.
As bad as I thought they were going to be.
Oh my god.
Which is good, because I hate crowded malls. They give me anxiety.
You hate people in general.
And although her videos may not have been the most interesting thing on YouTube,
she has like awful eyebrows. I'm not a real fan of like the high arches. I've said before, she looks like a scream queen, like a black and white scream queen with those eyebrows.
Did at least appear to be a kind person.
So, I have to do something right now. I have to take an elevator, and I'm deathly afraid of elevators.
Is this to see your granny?
Claustrophobic. I've been
the granny that you definitely love and definitely didn't like get high the night she died or anything.
Since I'm young.
Father mucker.
And I have to take them 4 times right now. I have to go up to my grandma's apartment. She has a bad cold.
Why do you have to take 4 elevators? Like, are these like really inconvenient elevators that just go like 1 floor at a time?
And I have to go up there and I have to help her, so I have to be brave. So
I know, yeah, Yamoya, it is really sad. I do have this weird thing where if I see text, I have this like Pavlovian response to just like read it out loud. I don't get it. It's kind of, I don't know, it's depressing. I'm sorry.
I made it.
Oh my god.
I don't like hallways.
This is like the did she just fucking say I don't like hallways? Come on. This is like the Shining hallway. No wonder Chex is shining so fucking much.
Chantal told us she spoke fluent French.
The one she was recently trapped in, yes, Winchester, and with her bare hands, ripped the doors asunder to escape.
Although she had not given us a demonstration of this yet. And she told us she had completed a 2-year undergraduate degree in English. She was hoping to go back to school.
Did she
one day,
actually do that?
But didn't know when though. The vast majority of Chantal's videos at this time was her applying her makeup and struggling to think of things to talk about.
This is just far closer to her than I ever want to be.
So the videos were not the most exciting, but for the people who watched along, they did learn more and more about Chantal.
Oh my god, do you know what? You're right. Green Dragon, she has a gap in her teeth now. If you look at her teeth, at her now, she doesn't have that. Well, that is because nowadays it is just solid plaque. Like she has one front tooth because they're now conjoined twins.
With each new video, they learned that her favorite color was green.
She can't talk English good, neither can I, to be fair, so I can't throw shade there.
Learned she owned a cat. Okay, so the things people were learning didn't seem to be
she did 1 semester, okay, makes sense.
Chantal did her best to keep the stories as interesting as she was capable of.
At the time it wasn't funny, but when I look back on it, I peed my pants in class.
Talents? Is that why she never went back to college? Did she piss herself in the middle of college and was just too ashamed to go back?
Chantal owning a cat didn't appear to be all that interesting. However, when she told us she was actually allergic to cats, it became slightly more interesting.
Leave the cat alone!
Heavily allergic.
Unless you're going to brush it, maybe do that.
Bother her. Owning a cat, despite being allergic, showed everyone just how much she loved cats. And she really did love them.
And I had a fat cat named Feeberts. Yes, Feeberts.
You know what? I can't even criticize her. My cats are called Squeaks, Chonker, and fucking I've got a dog called Goober.
To tell you guys about Feeberts. I haven't told you guys about Feeberts.
Oh my god, you're so quirky.
I'll try to find a picture, but I don't know if I have one still. I have his ashes somewhere. Yeah, I have my cat.
Hi. Okay, firstly, how do you not have a picture of your pets? That's bizarre. I have an entire folder that is just picture of all of my pets. Yes, I am one of those sad fuckers. but I have their ashes somewhere. It's like, why? Did you not think to do anything? Like, because I thought of people like, oh, I'll take it to like the place they liked, for my old dog, it's like, I'll take it to the place you like to walk and you spread the ash, something like that. It's just like, I have the ashes down somewhere. It's like, BB just accidentally stumbles upon your fucking cat.
Cat's ashes, okay?
During this time, we also learned that she was unemployed, having recently finished a 1-year contract as a program administrator in a mental health hospital while covering someone on maternity.
Or as we had to know, getting fired because of her boss being a fat phobic bitch who rides bicycles.
Maternity leave. And we learned that she was born in
and her fat cat
and
and
was
say it like
Canadian,
that.
although the accent had already given that away.
Sorry about that.
Sorry?
Oh, I'm sorry. Bugs over you and I'm sorry.
That really helps, eh?
We also learned her favourite shows were The Walking Dead, My 600-Pound Life, and Better Call Saul. She was a big Stephen King fan, and when she was not busy, she would spend most of her time watching other YouTubers like Patrick Star, Jeffree Star.
I was not expecting that to be the name. Just straight up, was not expecting that to be the name for that person on screen whatsoever.
Leafy, and PewDiePie.
What a fucking weird mix.
And she loved watching any sort of YouTube drama, and just drama in general.
Mansmith says, smelly girlfriend needs her breeze. Oh, Jeremy Kyle, the classic. Sorry.
Despite Chantal loving creating makeup videos and beauty videos
Why
for the
does
channel,
she have duct
the
tape
channel
on her
itself
face?
wasn't exactly taking off. But at least...
Why does she have duct tape on her face? Does that make it easier to do, like, the wings? Does that make it, like, so you have a straight line or something like that? Like, what the fuck? It's like me trying to paint my model tanks. Hey, Maggie.
Thank you to my subscribers. I checked my account.
It helps when I make... Okay, so I was right.
And I was like...
It's so sad that I only knew that because I'm like, well, that helps me when I draw straight lines on my tanks.
What? Over 200 subscribers? That's so amazing.
Not a girl.
Actually, it was quite shocking she had any fans after doing...
There you go. My newest date night was Salah.
Blackface.
Thanks, Jimmy.
She may have only had...
Every once in a while, I get tempted to grow out a beard to be like the Jimmy Bunker, like length of beard. But my beard, if it starts to get like overly long, it starts to get that annoying thing where it's like curly. And I'm like, I don't think I'm at the position in my life anymore where I want to say, okay, yeah, I straighten my beard.
Subscribers at this point, but they all seem to be genuinely interested in the channel and in Chantal. And in return, she seemed...
What the fuck is that in her ear? Like, is that an earring? It's awful looking. It looks like a big old fucking zit. It's like she's got a blister.
She could, just how much she looked.
Why is it only on one side? Is that other ear just consumed by the fat?
And
on your head!
As many comments
oh, no, it is there. Never mind.
Could. When Chantal was younger, she wanted to be a singer, or...
She has what I would like to describe as, like, not even like an alpha child, like a sigma male jawline. Look at the fucking chin on her. Like, I've always referred to it as a crimson chin. I thought it was just a filter doing it to her. But do you know what? The woman back when she had one chin, it was impressive.
A writer, and she had always been interested
Her features are funkled.
The makeup, the fashion.
The Habsburg chin.
Important to her. And what she was doing...
I like to describe it as a shovel chin, because she should do some rare fucking digging with that, like... Jay Leno chin? Yeah, Jay Leno chin, that makes sense.
The color of your lips, I love that your lipstick, what are you wearing?
No one says that
yeah,
to
so
you.
as I was saying, a lot of people compliment my nails, but...
No one has
so
ever.
Many compliments.
Fuck me. Why do they all do this? It's just like, bro, it's like, I don't think I've ever been like, guys, yes, I was walking around today, sleeveless t-shirt. So many compliments. That's just embarrassing. You have to tell people that people compliment you, then know that you're probably fucking ugly. Because people should just be able to, like, see you and be like, you're attractive. You should never have to tell me you're attractive and people told you you're attractive.
I always get a ton of compliments on this.
Do you?
Chantal grew up through different stages. She was once a goth, then in another phase, she would dress like she belonged in the 80s. She had been interested in all of it.
She'd wear dungarees.
For as long as she could remember.
I want to see goth Chantal, though.
Videos expressing her love for all things beauty. She could share her passion with the rest of the world, all with the goal of becoming a big star on YouTube within the beauty community.
Better watch out, PewDiePie, because here I come.
Why? That's what I said. It's such a weird thing to compare. Like, she's like, she likes James Charles, she likes PewDiePie and Leafy. Leafy, drama. Like, James Charles, like, makeup and shit like that. PewDiePie, screaming at video games, which, yes, admittedly, she did do recently with Phasmophobia in, like, the most fucking annoying way. But, like, No one does that. Do people still do that? Does like Markiplier still do that? Do the people still play video games and like fake act scared? And I watch VTubers. You know, I watch VTubers. I've you know, Mio screams like fuck when she plays a horror game. Gorane screams like fuck. Lue screams like fuck. You know, so people, I get it, but I like to try and at least pretend to believe that they're being real about it. But like, the guy still, I am speed. I don't think he screams in fear, does he? He just screams at fucking everything.
As well as being on a journey to become a huge YouTube star, wow. She also had another journey she was...
This is definitely the look she gets so many compliments for. It looks like she has, like, drawn a line under her eye, but not actually filled it in with color.
Currently on.
I have a, weight loss journey on my channel.
How women go to the toilet, the bathroom with those talents. I don't know how, like, anyone does anything with those talents. Like, how do you... Especially, like, she was a data admin or whatever they said. That must be required typing. How do you type with those nails? Surely, like, if you're typing, if you hit S, surely your nail's getting caught under the W or something like that.
And... So...
Now that Green Dragon, now that you mentioned it, I can't unsee it. Here, you all look at this. The site, many burritos. This is the last thing most burritos have seen in their life. I can't unsee the gap in her teeth now.
Yeah, I'm kind of hungry.
Nails helped your typing.
Chantal had always struggled with her weight.
I noticed.
Confessing to always overeating and binging on foods she knew she shouldn't have been eating. She would blame her issues with food, in part, on her father who abandoned her at a young age.
Okay.
Her father leaving...
Did her dad leave, but did he leave behind like 7,000 MREs or something like that for her to eat? Like, is that it? Was she abandoned, but it was like he actually did just leave her and she was stuck in a house by herself with nothing but 4,000 cheeseburgers? Like, how does that happen?
It affected her.
Easy once you get used to them? I can't, I don't think I get used to them.
Be prescribed antidepressants. And although her and her father were in contact now...
You use your fingers, not nails, for typing. Yeah, I know, but you're typing and you're using the tips of your fingers and the nails stick out, so... Surely they should be like hitting, like, especially if they're big thick ones like that, they should be hitting the key above or getting trapped between the two keys, something like that.
The relationship wasn't the best it could be. They would see each other now and again, but that's all it was. Now and again. Chantal had a sister she was close to, she told us. They both shared a mother, but they had different fathers.
They both shared a mother and a washing machine. Unrelated.
Chantal had 2 younger brothers, but her and her brothers had a different mother. She hadn't even met those brothers, which was something that deeply upset Chantal. She may not have had the easiest of childhoods because of this.
Maybe I'm kind of weirdo like that, but I'm not like a super like, you know, like blood, you know, blood is so important thing. But it's just like something like that. It's just like, oh, I have 2 like half brothers that I met. No, okay. Oh, it's like something like that wouldn't really bother me, but maybe it's like because I'm Irish and I have like 4,000 cousins or something like that. So like I don't know. So it's just like when you go to like a funeral and it's just like, well, here's your cousin and here's your cousin's cousin and your cousin's third cousin and all, and you're just like, oh, all right, all right, all you people I've never fucking met before. Apparently we share some form of blood relation, but what the fuck ever. Hey, Kathy.
Situation with her father, but at least she wasn't dwelling on it.
You one of her brothers just seen her videos? Definitely have.
Chantal's channel was
I saw a quick cookie.
She wanted to look good and feel good on camera, and
well, maybe she shouldn't have come out looking like fucking Uncle Fester here. Jesus Christ. See the dark sunken eyes. This is a terrible ass look. I see what you mean with the wings though, like the sticky tape like helping like the wings go up.
She was on a weight loss journey as well. She wasn't making the classic mistake of starving herself though.
You have 18 cousins Irish, say you know the problems.
Crackhead diet for her.
Yeah, there he is, there. That's him. That's the Jason Genova guy, isn't it? Yeah.
Just eating sensibly, and she should have been able to continue her weight loss journey in a successful manner.
Is she trying to look like a panda? I don't know. Honest to God, knowing her history, she might be trying to look like a domestic abuse victim for Halloween.
Just as long as she kept the calories down.
Jesus, look at her go!
It's like crack.
Oh my God, you missed one.
I don't know about you guys, but I love hot sauce.
Oh, sriracha. See, she called... Rinse! You fucking heard. She called it hot sauce as well. She called sriracha hot sauce. I'm not weird.
Like, love, look at this.
I know, I noticed.
Yes, girl.
I noticed.
But I literally cannot eat another bite of this. Like, I can't.
Really? I bet you do, though.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm in I don't know what. But at least you had some self-awareness. Yes, that's fantastic.
Right now.
Oh, look at her go. Oh, my God. She tipped her head back, and it was like nothing moved because her chins all stayed in exactly the same place. Oh no. How are you so bad at eating? You're like 500 pounds. Like, surely the one thing you should be able to do is put food on top of other food.
Friggin' good.
Atta girl. Chantal did crack, by the way. I was like, this is crack before the crack. This is before she knew what real crack was like. You'd die for good Mexican food. I would like to try, like, authentic Mexican food. Like, I would. Because we have, like, Boojum here, and I've had, like, Taco Bell in, like, Scotland and in Japan and all. But it's not, like, real Mexican. I'd like to have, like, real Mexican food. And then I probably would spend the next 3 days shitting myself inside out.
Quickly gone from makeup to mukbangs. It all started when
is that a lasagna?
Video, she ate some lasagna.
Aye.
The views were massive compared to what she had been used
it's
to.
Like a funky looking lasagna. It's a bit all over the place. It also looks like she's like ordered in lasagna. That's not something I would ever think. Because like lasagna feels like home cooking to me. I've never thought, I should order in pasta or lasagna. That just feels like home cooking to me.
Lucky to get a few hundred views on her beauty videos. And in
real
the
mixed
video
food, yeah.
Food, she got tens of thousands of views. So she made another video eating food and another. And why not?
Look at
eating
her.
food on camera.
That's a juicy looking girl going in there.
Had worked for plenty of other channels. Seeing overweight people
poor Jimmy
eat a large amount of food, well, there was clearly an audience for it. But
I had a real temptation to get pizza because I've had a few drinks tonight, like, but nothing major. I was real tempted to get a pizza on the way home. I was a good boy. I decided not to because I've already had a few drinks and that's quite a few calories already. So I was like, nope, I'm just going to... Lisa, I'm sorry, I didn't see it. What are we doing here, Lisa? I am a Mexican. I am Mexican. So I'll read it in all caps. I am Mexican. I can make you Mexican food, potato man. Okay, Lisa, next time I come to America, fine.
Chantal told us she was on a weight loss journey. Surely doing these mukbangs would ruin that journey.
Some journeys do go around in a circle, so I guess it makes sense.
On the days that I don't do mukbang,
what the fuck is that? It looks like a burger, but it looks like the rawest ass burger ever.
I'm gonna eat very little and
lie to yourself. I think that's why I'm gonna correct you there. Lie to yourself is what you mean there, kid.
Is gonna be healthy. And
isn't Jimmy and Snowflake beefing? I doubt it.
I'm gonna
not
start
Nick the
a workout routine. Get my ass in shape.
As well.
You know what? All you need to do is tie weights to your wrists. So every time you lift something to eat, you're doing a bit of a workout. There you go, Chantal. I've helped you out. Don't worry, patent pending.
Well as eating less on her days
That's a
off
big old pizza. If something makes her face look small, you know that thing's fucking massive. Even the size of that pot. That pot's like as big as one of her chins.
Working out, apparently. Chantal was also doing something called...
You're close enough, yeah, like, so I forgot that you live fairly close to Boogie, yeah. The local celebrity of your area.
Fasting. She would only give herself an 8-hour window to eat food, and then after that window, she couldn't eat another thing.
Yeah, but the thing is, that doesn't count, though. The 8-hour fast thing, you know, like the intermittent fasting, all fast for 16 hours a day. Firstly, if you sleep 14 hours a day, it's kind of cheating anyway. But if you eat like fuck during those 8 hours, you will still gain weight. Like, it's as simple as that. You could do one meal a day, and you could eat enough to still fucking gain weight.
She was serious about losing weight.
Push yourself away from the table, repeat. I remember back in the day, back when I used to play like Counter-Strike a lot, I used to keep like dumbbells beside me. So every time I died and you're waiting for like the round to end in the competitive, I would do like weights or I'd do push-ups or something like that. Because it was a time when you're just sitting there going like, well, I kind of want to do something here, so I might as well. They're like, play a video game where every time you die, you have to sit there and watch the screen. And then you might as well, you can just distract yourself with like doing push-ups or something like that. I'm not saying Chantal could go straight away to doing push-ups because Jesus Christ, I don't even know if the earth could take that. But I don't know, do something in the meantime. Get up and do some steps. Or get a standing desk. I have a standing desk. Sometimes you get up at a standing desk and you're actually standing. You know, it's just like, it helps your back and everything you got. It helps you stretch. It is a bit more of a workout because you're standing up. It's keeps you more awake, I find. And I don't know, you could do squats. You could raise the desk, lower the desk really quickly, and you could do squats or something like that. Am I going to react to part 2 of Glitter and Lasers? I am indeed, yes.
With that. Although, almost immediately, she would break that fast.
She was Superman on her shoulder. That's a good point. I wonder if she is physically capable of doing push-ups, because she is, like, always resting on the ground.
And eat whenever she wanted. Jumping from beauty to mukbangs did seem like an odd switch.
Jumping from
but
beauty to
was
beauty.
Where the views were at. And she had also had an interest in watching mukbangs anyway, despite her never mentioning it before. She told us...
That's the thing I don't get. I genuinely don't understand, outside of like for like lol cows, watching mukbangs, I don't get it. And I don't really get ASMR, like, at all. And I know some people treat, like, mukbangs as ASMR, which is even, like, extra gross to me. ASMR generally doesn't do anything for me, which really sucks when, because, they're, VTubers I'm, like, a member of, because I really like them. And their members-only content, like, most of it is just ASMR. And it's like, oh. Well, shit. Because it's just like, I don't really like ASMR. So even if it's a VTuber, really, I'm not going to sit there and just listen to ASMR. I find it weird. I don't like it.
That for her first official mukbang, which was her eating takeout, that the takeout mukbangs would not be...
Yeah, John, exactly. Standing desks are great. And also, like, when you're standing there, I feel like you're more focused on stuff. Like, when I'm, like, sitting in a chair, I'm a lot more relaxed. So I don't, even like playing a video game, if I'm standing, I feel like I focus more on, like, the game.
A regular thing. Because for one, it was expensive, and she was actually a good cook herself.
Is
so
she,
she would be making most of the food, and making healthy food as well.
Literally never happened.
And after a couple of takeout food mukbangs,
beautiful.
to her word, she started cooking more, and tried to make the meals as healthy as she could.
Okay.
However, the views for the healthy home-cooked meals...
But even at that, look at the size of that fucking portion. That is the biggest pan I've also ever seen. Or a tiny spoon.
Compared to the unhealthy ones. So, back to the takeout food she
There we go.
The views for these takeout mukbangs were huge, compared to anything else she had done on her channel.
EJ, disgusting that you're late. Get out of here. You're just not welcome. You have to be here on time or you're not welcome.
Although they were
should have a cutoff.
Exciting video.
Good evening, Al.
I don't really have anything to talk about.
Sorry, EJ.
So, this mukbang's kind of boring. I know, I'm not really I don't know what to talk about. So yeah.
Why
so
do it?
That's it. You know, wasn't the most exciting.
It's so weird without the chin spines when you see her talk and you see the jaw, not the jaw, the fucking like chin just swinging in the wind.
Fast food mukbang, but
she's like a dude at a nudist beach.
That weren't the most exciting still drew big views for her, proving that...
Do you think she had a position like this because she thought she could hide her chins behind the bowl? Do you think that's why she did it? Because this is like such a weird, unnatural angle to have. Is she like hiding and saying, if I put my bowl here, you won't be able to see all my chins?
That there was clearly an audience for watching big people eat big food. Despite all the recent mukbangs, Chantal assured us she was still on her journey, only it had been slightly tweaked.
I'm going to be going to...
That's the biggest glass. Why is everything in her house huge? Is she secretly like tiny? Because everything in her house is absolutely fucking massive. It's like those like, I don't know, like TikTok videos, you know, like the big muscular guy is like lifting a weight or something like that, and then he hands it to his girlfriend, and his girlfriend like holds it as like a giant weight or something like that for like a funny sketch. It's like that. Everything she's holding looks fucking huge.
My GP, and
okay.
I'm going to be asking to be referred for the weight loss surgery. I've decided.
Fantastic.
Chantal told us she was only going to do mukbang sparingly, but she was uploading almost every day, and it was her eating bad food.
First bites for you
she
guys.
Was stuck. Do the mukbangs for the views or eat healthy for the sake of her health.
I hate that she does. I don't get it. Okay. I know what a burger looks like. I'm going to say, most of you in chat, you probably know what burgers look like. It is so weird. Anytime she takes a fucking bite out of the burger and then turns it around to show us, it's like, this is what it looks like once I bit it. It's like, yeah, she didn't know what to tell. I get it. It looks fucking nasty. It's like when you see them make like a burger and they like advertise it. They might cut the burger in half to show you this is what it looks like cut in half or something like that to show here's all the fillings. They never show you one with an actual bite out of it because the second you bite out of it, it looks fucking gross.
Chantal chose the unhealthy mukbangs, and it was definitely working for her.
And the hideous leopard print turtleneck she used to hide her chins in, I have like a weird recollection in my mind. It's kind of like a ghost image in my head. I can't quite focus on it, but it's there in the background.
I wonder if I can keep it on.
Big thank you to my followers. I'm at like almost 600 subscribers, and I'm just so amazed.
I'm just like, oh my god, so amazed.
How fast my channel's grown. And I just
how fast I've grown.
I want to say thank you guys. You guys seem to generally like me for my personality.
Buy a Big Mac. They aren't worth the money. Get a goddamn quarter pounder. You're gonna be eating a god-ending amount of calories anyway. McDonald's burgers, I don't get it. Maybe it's just me, but they're really cold. Like they just seem. They're always cold. Like, I don't think, maybe it's just, I've never had, like, a McDonald's burger, and I'm like, this is great, this is really warm. I had one when I was in Japan, because this was, like, a time we were, like, walking around, like, 4 a.m., and, like, we stumbled upon, like a 24/7 McDonald's, so we had, like, McDonald's at, like, 4 a.m., and, like, it was nice, but, like, I don't know, I think, like, Japanese stuff was nicer, because it had, like, some sauce. I'm not even gonna pretend to guess what it was. And it had like, I think an egg and all on it. It was very nice, but it was like, it was nice, but it's just like a burger. I don't really know. Like maybe it's just me, and like barbecues have spoiled like McDonald's for me. I'd rather have a barbecue burger any day of the week over like a McDonald's burger because it's just not that great. And then I went to an event, and a part of the event was you could order food, and we ordered food, and like you went and collected the food, and it was very clear that they had just made all of the food like really, really early and had it just sitting out. So all of the food was fucking freezing cold, and you're just sitting there eating like an ice cold burger, and you're just like, this is fucking lame.
I really, really appreciate that. I really do.
The views and subs were coming in nicely now.
You just
Chantal
let me
Bowles
go!
seemed to think she was becoming popular for her and her personality alone, rather than
never
just
do that.
being overweight and scoffing unhealthy food.
Yep.
So she began to try other videos out as well, thinking they would be as popular
go to the pop-up parade section, please. I want to see the anime figures.
As the mukbangs.
Can't stand old eggs. I don't mind a cold egg if it's something in a salad or something like that. Those aren't too bad.
Videos. One of which was
cold eggs are fine.
YouTubers she would smash or pass.
Fantastic.
The first famous YouTuber is PewDiePie.
Okay.
I
think you would fuck like a dildo strapped to a garden rake. I honestly think there's nothing in the world Chantal wouldn't fuck if you could also just put like a voice box on it where occasionally it would say, "You are so beautiful. I love you so much. All the other girls are jealous of you." If you could do it, like somehow arrange that, she would fuck anything. You would obviously fuck him.
Of course. I mean, I love PewDiePie. I don't know about you guys.
Why fanny around?
PewDiePie is very cute.
Aren't you also like at this point? Isn't she also like 10 years, 15 years out of his like target demographic, which was like children, basically?
Cute, and I would definitely smash. All right, next we have.
If it has a man's voice, she would fuck it. Lisa, are you trying to say DD Mega Doodoo had a man's voice?
Onision, another infamous YouTuber. This Onision?
You probably would fuck.
I would probably smash.
You
like,
fuck everything.
Boyfriend material type of cute. You know what I mean?
Incredible.
One of my favorite YouTubers of all time. I definitely would smash him. Yeah. Well, he wouldn't smash me because he's not into women, and he has a boyfriend. So, you know what?
Do you like? I don't know. Maybe just people who fuck you just really like fucking like beanbags or something like that because they don't even have like a feminine shape anymore.
But I would play around with him. I would do sexual things with him, I guess. I don't know. Boy. I think he's a good-looking person. Just he's very striking.
I would more like to know what she wouldn't fuck. That is my real honest Boogie. Boogie tonight. Would she fuck Boogie? I think she still would probably fuck Boogie.
And you know,
imagine being straight. Yeah.
Lay in bed naked and do makeup on each other. I don't know. Yeah, I would probably smash him as well.
Feedback in a hurry.
She also tried an unboxing video as well.
Oh, it's
so going from over 100.
I never get what is with her like weird ass like background she has to put like for the makeup video with BB and all. It's like, what is actually the fucking point of doing this? Is this in the background because you didn't want to see BB like walk past looking depressed every once in a while, or was he just sitting there in the background like watching anime or something like that?
100,000.
S-Jam, true, she wouldn't fuck it. She did fuck Pete's though apparently, so we can't even roll that one out. S-Jam, apparently S-Jam is like the limit. She would not fuck S-Jam.
For her mukbangs, to less than 1,000 views was a clear sign what her audience were
Boogie beat the sugar baby fish.
She tried a video where she did some impressions
he needs it.
to show us her funny side.
Oh no.
No, kitty, that's a bad kitty. I love cheesy poofs. We love cheesy poofs. Oh, him.
Oh my Christ. I wasn't wanting two South Park characters in a fucking row. At least do like, I don't know, like for example, like Mickey Mouse singing about forgiveness after like threatening to grape someone's Bible and shit on them. Maybe do like a Mickey Mouse voice and sing something like that.
Yes.
Oh God.
That was mayonnaise on her dress. I'll be back.
That wasn't even a good effort there, bro. Come on.
Again, the views were simply not there.
What the fuck even is this? Is this an onion ring? Or is it like a fucking like potato boat? Is that like half a potato? What the fuck is that?
Compared to the mukbangs. She even went back to what she had originally become successful with.
Oh, fantastic.
She tried doing...
That is not a good look. That is all I'm going to say as a straight man. He couldn't do anything like that, but it's not a good look.
A review of a Jeffree Star product. But even with the name Jeffree Star in the title, the video didn't do well. Her audience clearly didn't want unboxing or makeup tutorials. They wanted to watch a big girl eat big food and give us stories.
Get the feeders out.
Controversy. and Chantal eventually
talking about people committing suicide whilst eating cheese with RIP scraped into the brie.
realized this.
This happened to me. I was called a racist.
Oh my
And
god.
I'm not racist.
This is what we like to call foreshadowing.
At all. I have an African boyfriend.
At a girl?
So I kidnapped
So proud of you.
And
I
when
believe
I first met him, I was 15. He was 21.
Fantastic.
So yeah, kind of to begin with. I mean, I was a
More than
mature
kinda.
younger person, but
That
yeah,
is
I love her.
fuck off. That is like, especially you. Usually it's the fucking pedo making that argument. Well, they were a mature young person. Usually it's the pedo making that excuse, not the victim. The victim's rarely the one making the excuse. Well, I was pretty mature for my age. Stop it. Per Life Choices, thank you so much. As a chat, thanks for the entertainment. You're neat. I like that. I like. You're neat. It's like you give a wee thumbs up. I'm expecting you to be Lee from Kay's Cooking. It's like, you're neat. Thumbs up. Thank you very much for the super chat. Really do appreciate it.
He wasn't too scruffy looking, but he was kind
1
of.
a.m. and I want chicken wings so badly. Do you know what? I'm not a big fan of chicken wings. Like, I'm trying. No, generally not. Even ones I make myself with like my own sauce, I'm like not really fussed. I have an African boyfriend didn't make you less racist, unfortunately. Yeah, it didn't really help her too much, honestly. Like, it's like the Charlie Cole thing. Like, people can argue that like all day. Like, did she inherently mean it as racist? I don't think she actually intended that to be racist. I think she probably was saying gold, coal, opposites, like one's expensive, one's cheap. That's what I think. But when the apology video was the follow-up, was her eating fried chicken whilst Pete pretty much did the apology, you're like, come on, bro. Okay, that's a bit too far. That's a bit on the nose. That's kind of, you know what you're doing there.
He was carrying like a shopping bag, and it had like DVDs in it, probably to pawn them.
Okay.
Like, let's go sit on the rock and, have a cigarette.
Maybe he was just like, maybe he just wanted to go watch some DVDs. Why did you just automatically assume this guy was like a homeless man as well? Did she ever like say why she thought he was homeless? Did he say I'm homeless? Or was he just like, because she described him as slightly rough looking and kind of smelly, which, like I said, it literally describes Pete. The guy could have just had some DVDs and be going out to watch his DVDs. Maybe he was just like a fucking neckbeard nerd or something like that.
My cigarettes, but whatever.
My cigarettes or whatever.
And,
Wait, so she used to smoke before she even shit on FFG for smoking? Like, come on, bro.
did it on the rock.
Hobo sex, love it.
Also have a story about how
I hate that fake laugh. That genuinely triggers me. Like, there's something inside that's revolted by it, by her every once in a while, because it's so fake. Could you turn down Chantal? I couldn't even turn her down right now. I just said she's my queen.
Stalk somebody in a band.
It's hard to
Get
know
that
for
fake
sure
laugh.
if all of the stories she began telling us were truthful,
They're
especially
all fake.
after she admitted she had lied about her previous job in the mental hospital.
I haven't been.
Oh god, yeah, okay, so this is her getting fired then. We've
but
seen this one then.
I told you guys that.
Look at her pretend to eat a
I
radish.
had left my job because I had a 1-year contract. The truth is, I was let go at my job. I'm technically not supposed to talk about what happened.
But don't.
But fuck it.
I hate that. Look, this is what I say about the fake laugh. The fake laugh, instantly this expression. Like, how often have we seen that nowadays, like recently, where she will like smile or something like that, and instantly the second like she thinks the camera's turning off, her face immediately changes to like face like fucking thunder. That's why I hate the fake laugh, because it's so fucking fake.
You know how much and I felt like I was doing a good job.
Her fake laugh is part of why you compare her to Alex Jones. I'm not gonna lie, when when the whole controversy was happening with the anti-Semitism thing, with the Goblin thing and FFG, when that was all going on, there is a song someone made about Alex Jones singing about goblins, and I was very tempted to make a music video with Foodie Beauty. However, I then remembered I'm incredibly fucking lazy and I didn't do it. But every once in a while I still remember, because I still have the Goblin video saved somewhere on my computer. So every once in a while I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that.
You know what I mean? It was the type of situation where no matter what you did, there was always something.
Then maybe you were always shit.
And I have a feeling that she just didn't want me there. You know what I mean? For
I don't
some
blame her.
reason. I don't know what. I don't know if she didn't like overweight people. She was a very health conscious person.
Maybe it was a very small office and maybe you took up 3/4 of it. Maybe that's why she didn't want you there. Maybe, like, you know what, if you say there was always something wrong, maybe it's because you're always shit. Like I always say about her, you're terrible at everything. Maybe it's because you were always bad at literally everything you did.
Always biking around Italy.
Always biking.
And
around Italy,
her fucking
fancy
salad or whatever, and then like just she was kind of condescending. You know what I mean?
I understanding of her.
I called in sick one time. This was the first time I called in sick. I started to lose motivation.
I called in sick one time. Well, the first time I called in sick. Well, there was always first time, and probably for Chantal, there was 17 more times
to come to work. Her just always berating my work, like in front of people at meetings. Like I would be there to take minutes. Are you sure you wrote that down correctly? You know, like.
Well, maybe you didn't. Like, maybe there's a reason. Maybe you're shit at everything. Like, I don't know. You're not a very good English major, so maybe you did fuck up it.
I kind of ruined my...
See, that's what I say about me talking as well. Fuck up it. Fuck up it. I am a terrible speaker too.
Burned my bridges because I started... that's where I'm kind of immature. If something pisses me off and it's not going right, I become very discouraged. And I just don't give a shit anymore.
I thought she was a data admin. I wasn't expecting like a data admin person, especially when she was like saying how she was like rearranging schedules and all. So it doesn't sound like she worked in data admin. It sounded like she was a secretary, especially if she's then saying, I was in a meeting taking like minutes. Like that doesn't sound like what I would think data admin. Data admin, I think, is like drawing up statistics and shit like that.
Like, I don't care what happens.
Baby in the background, trying to ignore her, watching his fucking Dragon Ball Z or something like that.
Well, you know, it was just too much. So I just, I couldn't do it anymore.
Baby's very animated. You see that arm come up around once in a while?
I called in sick a lot. And had a box of Kleenex with her. Like, when I saw the box of Kleenex, I'm not stupid. I put two and two together. I was like, she thinks I'm going to cry. They're going to fire me. I had a feeling. They're letting me go, effective immediately.
Maybe that's just like a natural thing. Maybe they do just have a box of Kleenex because they do just assume like everyone's going to cry. Or maybe, I don't know, they're going to wipe the chair down after you get up because they don't like fat people and they think you smell or something like that.
I wasn't even allowed to go get my stuff.
Wow.
It did sting a little. You know, I could feel my cheeks getting red. She gave me the termination letter. I still have it.
Framed.
It says nothing about calling in sick, nothing about being inadequate on the job. You know what the reason was? Is that they checked to go in and out of the parking lot, you have to use your badge to swipe in and out.
Oh, disgusting.
They checked the parking lot badge swipes, and it was determined that I had left work early on a regular basis, which is absolutely bullshit. I never got out of there early. I never got out of there early.
We all know
Maybe 2 or 3 minutes, you know, on occasion.
On occasion. Sometimes. Every once in a while. I just left early. I couldn't be fucked being there anymore.
Now, it appeared, was trying to emulate the great...
What the fuck is that? It's not even like a nice looking pepperoni pizza. This is the thing with Nikocado. A lot of the stuff he eats, I just don't really think looks nice.
Nikocado avocado. Eat a lot of food and try and tell dramatic stories. That may have initially seemed like a poor choice.
I wait as a
After
medical
all, Nicocado's health had...
See, the thing about Nick is, though, he was such an obvious troll the entire time, and he's actually like, well, he was, in my opinion, was funny. I think the character, unfortunately, is actually kind of like played out at this point. You can only do the character for so long before you're like, oh, is he's stomping around the room, he's fake crying. It's like eventually you get to, okay, Nick, we've kind of seen it all. I realize this is how you make your money, but there's really only so far Nikocado can really go with the character that he created.
Had been getting worse and worse with every mukbang he did. But he also had made himself a millionaire through his videos. So, if Chantal was going to copy someone else, Nikocado perhaps was her best choice. Despite her channel not being what she initially set it out to be, Chantal was enjoying her channel increasing in popularity, and getting a channel off the ground and getting it to be successful wasn't easy. Chantal, like most people who do this, had to make some sacrifices.
That's a saggy ass looking chip. I had to jump in for that important piece of information. That's a saggy ass chip. Has Mr. Snowflake done a doc on? I believe he has. I believe he has done. I think maybe just a one shot on Nikocado. I can't remember. I don't think I've ever watched it because Nikocado is one of those ones I never was overly interested in because, like, I saw Nikocado and I was like, oh, he's a troll. You know, he's a troll. He's doing this for attention. I think it was Your Movie Sucks at one point described like Nikocado and said that to them it's obvious Nikocado. It's basically a fetish. Like a degradation fetish, kind of like what Salah likes. Like, as a degradation fetish, Nikocado likes humiliating himself and getting fatter and uglier and grosser. You know, that's pretty much it, you know? So, like, you're pretty much just watching a troll or someone who it's their fetish. And it's just less funny than people who are like Chantal, who actually have an ego about themselves and actually think they're hot shit because they're fat and gross and can eat a burger online while storming shitting.
I really feel like
it's a performance you can't analyze it. Exactly. That's why I'm not interested in documentaries for it, because it's like, oh, you know, like, you're going to make a documentary and it's going to be Nick Ocado had a freak out in a car. It's like, yeah, he scripted that, you know, he wanted to. So what's the point in watching a documentary? It's why like I said about Boogie, I stopped covering Boogie recently, who I was the guy I mainly started talking about, you know, like, back in the day, because he got to a point where he was doing everything for clickbait. He just wanted attention. He was going and hanging out with other, like, Kid Behind the Camera and McJuggernuggets, people who were making fake content, and he was making fake content, and he was, like, talking about his girlfriend getting kidnapped and stuff like that. And it's like, I'm not interested in talking about any of this fake shit, because it's just fucking lame, you know? So, like, Nick Ocado is exactly like that for me. I was tempted to do him when I was, like, finding the videos to fill the void whilst I was away on holiday, but I was just like, I'm not really fussing doing a Nick Ocado video because we've all seen it before, and it's just an act, so what's the point? It's not funny.
It was like a family because I, like, don't even talk to my little peeps in my real life, you know?
Like your granny? The granny you pretend you love?
Doing videos and interacting, you know what I mean?
When Chantal used to do her makeup videos, she would drop in the odd little fact or memory about her past, but not truly dedicated story times about herself. But now she was. Okay, so it may not have been an original idea.
Okay.
Mukbangs.
This is about the time, I'm assuming, when she started talking about, like, the threesome and everything like that. And that's kind of like the same for, like, Amber Lynn. Like, you saw Amber Lynn's, like, course correction. But I think that's the problem with a lot of people. A lot of people, when they start getting, like, particularly parasocial, where they start to become, it's like, why I'm a potato. Like, I in no way want to be the star. I don't want to be the draw or anything like that. I'm a potato. You know, that's my bit. I feel like with a lot of people, like, they kind of get like a dopamine hit from attention, and they get addicted to it, and they need to always be there, like, having people watch them, having people love them. Like, you know, it's the ego thing, like Boogie, her, Amberlynn, everything like that. So, like, you might start off being like, I'm just going to talk about this or doing this, and eventually it is just like, listen to me sit there and talk about myself, which is just, it's not something I've ever been interested in, because I don't really like to do the parasocial thing. Like, even with, like, VTubers that I like the VTubers who try and do, like, the girlfriend experience shit is like that's the stuff I don't like. If a VTuber ever starts to try and do the really parasocial stuff for the audience, that's the kind of stuff where I'm just like, oh, really? Okay.
And story times. But it was working for her. Despite not doing makeup videos anymore, she still clearly had an interest in looking desirable.
That's a really diarrhea looking salad. This is like Salah in the early days. This is like the first time they had a meeting, I'm assuming.
I was amazed at all the kind comments that
oh, no, you weren't.
I logged into.
Like what?
And
damn, girl, I like how you eat pasta. Like, what kind of kind comments are you getting?
More about my makeup.
Nah.
So, I think the guy had a crush on me at Burger King. Because he gave me 3 sauces, and usually
maybe because he just knew you, like maybe he saw you and was like, this woman looks like a Karen. I better give her 3 sauces so she doesn't come back and scream at me for an hour and a half because she's a dainty queen and she only got 1 sauce.
they forget my sauce. I think that's like a little way of him saying, yeah, you're cute.
Okay.
I don't know. And she was like complimenting me and calling me pretty and stuff.
Oh my god!
So I kind of got like a
stop it.
She was hitting on me kind of vibe.
Oh my
Looking
god.
good though, sadly came at a cost.
Yeah. So as I was saying, a lot of people compliment my nails, but
no one. I'm
not going to get them that long anymore because...
Why?
I know this is gross, but I can't pick my nose properly.
Okay.
You know, good a reason as any, I suppose. I was going to make a joke about flicking the bean, but alright.
Okay, it wasn't the nicest thing.
Because that's actually the thing. Like, that gives her like an extra inch. You know, because we did say earlier on about her short-ass arms and her big old gun, like, that gives her an extra inch. That might make the difference.
To admit to, but if that was the grossest thing Chantal was going to do on her channel, well, it wasn't that bad.
Okay, I have ketchup on my boobies. And no bra on. No, I ignored it, but I just thought...
So I'm not gonna lie, I'm a pretty hot person. I'm not ugly by any means, but damn, did customer service go to her head? Yeah, she is like the guy, like the drunk guy at the bar, where if there's ever a female bartender, you will always see the drunk, like, sad, fucking pathetic guy who, like, the bartender, like, smiled at when she was, like, taking his order, or she, like, kind of chatted with them when they're taking the order, which is literally, like, their job. They're just being polite to you whilst they're, like, taking your order and talking to you. Like, it's just standard. And then there's always, like, the drunk, pathetic guy you always see hanging out near her. Like, even if the other bartender becomes available, it's like, yeah, mate, what's your order? He's like, oh, no, mate, you go in front of me, you go before me. That's fine, I'll wait. And then they always wait for that one to be available. And it's like, bro, no matter how many fucking drinks you buy off her, she ain't gonna fuck you.
I'm, like, immature.
Oh my god.
Did she get salsa on her tits? Sala, come in here and lick that up.
My cheese just fell in my cleavage like
Oh,
no
girl.
joke.
It's gonna be extra malty tonight.
Not just see shawarma sauce leak into my cleavage.
Ah, the girl. Shawarma sauce. Oh my god, this was all... We even played. This whole thing was for Sala 7 years ago. She was already planning that. She's sitting there eating diarrhea, putting shawarma sauce in her tits. She was playing the long game for an Arab man. Good point. I agree entirely. You're right. Oh, fantastic. Oh,
yeah,
beautiful.
that's what.
See, that was just her trying to prove just that she could reach it. See, I know how she fucking plays this game.
We do. That's we do.
Well, Pineapple Head's back.
Fart on each other. We have actually farted on each other.
Okay, beautiful.
The person she discussed farting on was her boyfriend, BB.
Yay!
Chantal had mentioned her boyfriend a couple of times now in her videos. The pair had been together for almost 6 years at this point. They had met online on a dating site called Plenty of Fish, while Chantal was actually seeing another man she had been with for almost 7 years.
Pete's.
Chantal and her...
Oh, I wonder how much Pete's really going to go in here. Oh, I do love me a bit of Pete's. Pete's is like just such a pathetic person. I do enjoy just watching him suffer.
Ex.
Oh boy, it's like so
mean.
mean.
Were even engaged, but according to her, she just fell out of love with him, and
the wedding is billed as fish chips. What? I don't know after, but I don't even get that one. But no, you're right. I will marry her. I am just waiting. It's why I keep insulting Sala. Eventually, I want her to just leave him and come running to Ireland. I can feed her with as many carbs as you want. We have so many potatoes here.
They began to feel more like roommates than lovers. They hadn't been intimate for 6 months, and the love was just starting to fade away.
So what did
Chantal do about the issues they were having?
I started going online and getting attention. The kind of attention that I was lacking with him.
What?
And then I started getting attention, and I was like, I went.
Yes, of course, she went online looking to speak to other men, and that's where she met her current boyfriend, BB. Chantal felt bad about breaking her ex-boyfriend's heart, and she also admitted that she was impulsive in nature and could get...
Look at it, there's lettuce. I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't like it. Look at this face. This is a woman describing lettuce to you, and this is the fucking face she pulls. We all know what you really... You could have just asked them to not include the lettuce, and I won't even blame you if you just chuck it out the window. Come on, we all know you don't want that lettuce.
Angry. She wasn't sounding like the best catch in the world, but she
needs constant attention. She does. That's the entire reason she's online, and it's the reason she will never get better. I always said with people like her and Boogie and all, because people always said, "What would you say if they got better?" And it's just like we will never know if they get better, because the only way for them to get better is to log off, and that's not me hoping for them to log off or anything like that. But they need to log off to get better, because right now they are stuck in a cycle of doing stupid shit online for attention, and because of that, they will never get better.
Have a struggle to find boyfriends. She had always been in relationships. In fact, she was afraid to not be
small fry.
fearing being alone. Despite her mentioning BB a couple of times in her videos, we never really got to see him
on camera. Bye BB.
We would catch the odd glimpse of him in the background and hear him off camera sometimes as well. But despite not seeing him on camera, it was very clear that the love between Chantal and BB was very strong.
How embarrassing she told everyone how Pete said, if you want to see other people, that's okay with me. That's the thing. Pete's just radiate like cuck energy. Like he is just like, he's so depressing. I will never forget it that people were making fun of him like ages and ages and ages ago. It was when he was playing some game. I can't remember what the fuck it's called now, but it's a game where you start off, it's like a dating sim game. It's like a dating sim visual novel where you start off as like a child and you meet other children and you grow up with them and you can date them. And it is such a fucking weird game because you're playing like two fucking like 10-year-olds like flirting with each other, and it's fucking bizarre. And I remember people in chat, like me included obviously, like making fun of him and like taking the piss and saying this game is pedo-y as fuck. And he was so fucking upset because he's like, you guys have ruined the game for me. I'm just trying to have some innocent fun here, because everyone is rightly pointing out this shit is fucking weird, bro. Like, why the fuck are you playing this? You're a grown ass man. You're in like, I don't know, your late 30s and you're playing a game where you play a 10-year-old, like flirting with another fucking 10-year-old. This shit's fucking weird. And he got really upset that chat ruined the game for him. Still didn't stop him. I think he played it for another fucking 500 episodes after that.
And that they knew each other inside and out.
Number 21. If you were a crayon, what color would you be?
All of them. Shit brine.
I don't know. Why is that a question? Like, if I was a crayon, like, what?
Is she actually, like, so stupid, like, so bad at social interaction, she can't deal with, like, just fun questions? Like, if you could be a color, what would you be? And I'd be green because I like nature. That's it. I'd be blue because I like the sea. I'd be red because I'm fiery and passionate. That kind of shit, you know? But it's like, what kind of crayon would you be? I don't want to be a crayon. It's like, you're fucking humorless.
Pink. You think I would be pink? Yellow. I hate yellow. Like, I don't like yellow anything.
I don't like yellow anything. Like when my husband pisses on me. I mean...
Really mean to yellow? I don't even like yellow candies. What?
I don't even like yellow candies. I love when someone mentions a fucking color to her. The first thing she thinks about is fucking candy.
I don't like bananas.
I don't like
They just seem to
bananas.
get one another like no other couple
Jesus
on YouTube
Christ.
we had ever seen before. It's almost like they spoke their own language.
My boyfriend cooked tonight. Some African food.
Nice.
So what is it called? What?
You know what? I'm with you, Chantal. I have no idea what the fuck he said, but to be fair, it's an African dish, so I don't fucking know. It looks like diarrhea again. It seems like the majority of stuff involving Chantal is diarrhea related.
I can't say that.
Bibi was from Senegal, so now and again there could be a slight issue with communicating. But that didn't matter when they loved
This
it.
is what I remember saying that during the water fast thing, where it's like, you know, like when she was in the Middle East, she has to buy everything Middle East related, and when she's dating like an African guy, everything she has like just elephant statues and stuff like that. Amelie, Bibi could have bought this. Bibi could have brought this. This is going to be all from Bibi. But I don't know. It just feels like her cosplaying even harder.
Each other as much as they did. Chantal and Bibi lived together in a small apartment.
Look at her dainty
For most
girl
couples,
there.
that could lead to arguments, being so close to
Remember, this is Chantal, who looks far smaller in the mirror there. This is before filters, guys. And this is the woman who's trying to claim, in Canada, I was larger than I am now.
One another without much space. But because of how much they loved each other, that
Keep cutting
was
back
not
to
an
the
issue
diarrhea
for these two.
pasta.
I'm sorry for the loud noise in the background.
Oh my
Chantal
God.
wanted kids with Bibi in the future.
What the fuck is that? It's a moist ass looking soup.
The girl
This is
named-
why I don't like soup. Look at it, it's just wet. It's just so fucking moist looking. Everything in it is probably gonna be moist. I remember when I was in Japan there, I had some fucking like shrimp tempura, but unfortunately it was like, I had it with like, it was like shrimp were on top of like udon. And like the shrimp tempura, it was so, like, it's like, you have it normally and it's like really crispy and it's really nice, but because it was like as part of this like udon meal, like the juice from the soup had soaked up into it and it was still nice, but it was like wet and gross, and you're just like, bro, fucking soup makes everything worse. You don't like shrimp tempura with udon? I liked it, but it wasn't as nice as just normal. Soup is moist. Yes, shut up. But it wasn't as nice as just normal shrimp tempura because, like, the batter was all fucking moist. Like, batter should be, like, crispy. But because of the udon under the fucking, like, the soup, it was moist. I'm gonna keep saying moist because I know people don't like that. Do you prefer udon or soba? I prefer udon. I like a good thick noodle. Just like Chantal here, I like a good thick noodle in my mouth.
Named Audrey, after her grandmother, or a boy named Matt.
Best food ever?
after
You're
Bibi's
so
father.
wrong, Yumoya.
Chantal's fans were in for a real
Oh my God, she is like... Look at that guy's face! This is the first time he's ever seen Chantal. Look at him! He's like, damn, what the fuck is that over there? Look at him! That guy is watching her extra close so she doesn't try. He doesn't want to turn and look at the camera. He goes, I know the second I turn and look at the camera, she's going to reach across and steal the shit off my fucking plate here. She's as big as everyone else on that side. Holy fuck.
When they finally got to meet Bibi.
This is my boyfriend, everybody.
Fried stuff should not be in a soup. Yeah, it wasn't even in the soup. It's just on top of the soup. But this was by like sheer osmosis, the liquid transferred into the tempura.
And he's gonna do my makeup as requested. And
Look at this! Look at him!
So I hope you appreciate.
He hates me for this. Immediately smiles.
What he's doing.
Look at that face. The second she touched him, his face instantly
This is
changed.
the only video you're gonna make with me. Is that right?
Well, yeah.
Well, actually, it kind of doesn't.
Oh my God. Yeah. It looks like that looks exactly like the look she was doing earlier when I said she looked like Uncle Fester. Or should I say Funkle Fester?
It would be mean.
Fans were happy to finally meet Bibi, even if he didn't appear to be very enthused to be on camera.
I hated his
he
life.
would also appear on screen when cooking a meal with Chantal.
Oh, is that the... God, what's that called? I remember they described it and it sounded really, really... I'm the Joker, baby! What was that called? Masa or something like that? I remember them talking about it and it looked really nice. That was the one where they awkwardly sat together and then Bibi just gave up and just left. He just
and
left
again,
in the middle
he
of the meal.
didn't appear to be one for the camera.
Hi guys. What's up, guys? Delicious mafe.
Mafe, that's it.
Look at that.
He may not have looked interested, but at least the conversation between the two was electric.
Oh my god, he's
back
such
and forth,
a king!
back and forth.
Oh
it looked like it was almost scripted.
Maffe, oh, fantastic.
On both sides.
Oh, god.
Brown, right, babe?
He just immediately turns away from her. Oh, what a
So
king!
traditionally in Senegal and in other African countries too, you eat off the same big plate. Like there's one big plate of food made for the whole family.
Yep, I am basically a whole family unto myself.
And for friends and neighbors who come and eat, right? And they invite everybody to eat. They're so generous.
Oh
and
my
nice.
god.
And everybody just eats, you know?
You're a guy.
But if I go into your spot, is that rude?
Yes.
You're
But
gonna
she's
spray
going
what's on
to.
yours? Where do you buy vegetables?
Look how much she fucking puts on. Like, before she even tastes it, she just sprays. I never get that. I never get it. It's like, Amberlyn. Anytime Amberlyn's eating anything, she always gets that tapatilla sauce or whatever the fuck it is and just puts it all over it. And it's like, bro, you haven't even tasted the food yet to see if you need any of that shit on it. The food might be fucking banging without it, and immediately you put it all over it. That was a good conversation. I feel like I need to make conversation for them. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You used to do it too when you were a child. Yeah, when you were a kid, you would get like chips and you'd immediately put ketchup all over them or something like that. You know, before I realized that ketchup is made of tomatoes and tomatoes are the worst thing ever. Like, that's what you do when you're a kid. But before you've even tasted the food, you already just dose it and shit. It's like, bro, come on.
Like it? This past year...
Nessa Seta, I hate when people pre-sauce. You know my mind went to dirty places when I read that.
In January will be 1 year.
See, nice and moist fries.
Videos. I've had a YouTube account for a while, but mostly just to watch
Deuces, I'm out of here. Go fuck yourself.
January will be 1 year.
It just gets away.
Okay, so the pair didn't exactly look like they were in love. Or maybe BB didn't. But at least he was sweet enough
Sita,
to leave
okay,
her
thank
surprise
you.
gifts when she wasn't expecting it.
Okay, so I got in my car.
And is this the Kia? Because I didn't think, because it looks red on the outside. Is this the Kia? Is the Kia red? I didn't know the Kia was red.
To my surprise, I'm pretty sure he did. He left me a nice fart. The windows were rolled up. He had the heat on. I don't have the heat on at all. I had to roll down my windows. It smelled like fart in the car. So when
BB worked out.
And yeah, you're right, Wookiee Lover. They're exactly the same. Her and BB, they have the same romantic chemistry as her and Salah. Like there was literally nothing there. It's like I said in my recent video with, oh my god, it's red velvet cake. Salah got her that. No wonder they're in love. It is literally the same relationship. But I just like, I remember them in like the airport when they were coming back from Thailand, and it was like, you turn the camera and she's like, oh, do you have the camera on? Hello. Hi. And then like they'd turn the camera on him and he'd be like, hello. And wave at, and that would be it. That's all the interaction they have is just saying hello to each other over and over and over
as
again.
A security guard at a local government building, while Chantal did nothing.
Look at the fucking
as we all
size of
know,
that
she
knife.
recently worked as a program administrator.
She is making it look fucking difficult to cut through a red velvet cake.
But as we also know now, she had lied about why she had left the job.
Not a girl.
But apparently it was a well-paying job while she was...
That's why she's putting it over there. That's BB's slice, the rest of it's for her.
...was there, so she could afford not to work for a while. Plus, she claimed unemployment as well. And with her boyfriend working, she could afford to do nothing.
Yep.
Although she didn't totally do nothing, she had recently joined a gym that she didn't go to.
Oh my god. Wasn't there a video of her with like some personal trainer? I don't know where I saw it, but I saw it floating around somewhere. It's a video of her with like some personal trainer, and she looked like she desperately wanted to fuck the personal trainer.
Things were going great. She was madly in love with BB and...
Soft, you have been talking about food. You are so hungry. for it being 1 a.m., we'll probably even later for you now. You must be starving. You've been talking about food this entire time. Maybe you should not be watching Chantel because I think everything Chantel related is food related, and that is making you think of food.
Her channel was steadily on the rise, but it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows.
I muted a troll on my channel today.
Oh my god,
I'm not saying everyone has to agree with me, but somebody pointed out that this person was a troll, and then...
Oh my god.
I noticed...
I never get people who freak the fuck out because they have, like, one troll. I never really get people who freak the fuck out because they have, like, a couple trolls in general. Like, it's just like, bro, like, Really? Who gives a fuck, you know? Especially if it's just a comment. Like, on a live stream, a troll can be different, because, like, a live stream, the person might, like, derail if they start arguing with everyone in chat. Like, then I probably will time them out or something like that. But, like, especially if it's just, like, a comment on your video, it's like, oh, okay. And then you just move on. There's no point engaging with them.
So they were commenting on everything negatively, like, always negative, you know? So it's like, well, I could probably make a list for you if you want.
Okay.
Of
Jesus.
100 different things you could do other than watching my content.
I really hope she didn't insert this, because that is just like fucking, that is like sad as all fuck. I like, this is the problem. You had time to craft this response to try and shit on him, you know? You had actual time to be like, you know what, I'm going to have a think here about how I'm definitely going to go after this person and shit on them for daring criticize me. Ah, here's the Willy Wonka meme. It's like, wow. Did you spend all day thinking that one up? Holy fuck.
Actually, well, thanks for watching, but you know.
Wow, what a burn.
Chantal explaining she muted a troll was probably the worst thing she could have done. If she did, in fact, have a dedicated troll, then there was no doubt the troll would be watching her videos. Yep. And she just mentioned them, which is the goal of the troll.
Feed the troll.
Either be mentioned by the person you're trolling, or influence their actions in some way. She had to learn to not feed the troll.
Well, to be fair, that troll did get blown away. She did use the Willy Wonka meme. Like, so, really, like, the troll's probably sitting there crying right now. If we're all honest with ourselves.
Or they would definitely be back, and in greater numbers. It is never a good idea to interact in any sort of way with anyone trolling you.
My champion!
In order to keep these negative people away, she had to not let them know they
Oh god, is this, I remember this exact salad. This is when she quit YouTube.
To her. That would be the worst thing she could do.
You guys don't know how many times I've come close to, like, I'm not saying this for pity, I'm just telling you how it is. Like, I almost lost my shit and just, I'm taking a break. I'm taking a break from YouTube. I'm quitting.
Someone left me a mean message. Also, I had to eat a fucking salad. Which was more depressing for her, eating a salad or someone leaving a mean message for her.
I don't have to deal with this shit, you know?
Why do you care?
She may have been reacting, but she would come to understand that reacting was definitely the wrong way to go about it.
I think it's important to just, like, deal with our emotions and just completely ignore that shit, you know? And it's like, otherwise it does become toxic, and it consumes.
She doesn't even, like, you can tell even by her body language she doesn't even believe that, because her head is, like, shrunken in, her shoulders up. She doesn't even believe what she's saying here. Like, it so clearly is still affecting her, even when she's talking about it not affecting her anymore. It's like, bro, it's just a troll. Calm the fuck down.
If you let it, you know? But if you don't let it, and you don't give it any reaction, it literally has no power over you.
And here you are giving it a reaction. Oh, bye-bye. Dark screen.
Clearly not enjoying the YouTube comment section, Chantal decided...
This is what I said about her hiding her chin. Look how high this bowl is.
Time to head home. Fans eagerly awaited Chantal's trip home. Up until...
Why does she scrape it off with her fucking teeth? Like, that's weird. Like, it's soup. Like, firstly, terrible. Why would you eat soup? Secondly, kind of look like tomato soup, which is even worse. Thirdly, why are you using your teeth for soup? It's soup!
At this point, it had almost been exclusively her sat in her little apartment, eating food. So, she was planning on heading home.
Maybe she didn't freak, because I remember when, like, she moved to Kuwait, everyone made fun of her little apartment, and she freaked the fuck out about people, like, apartment shaming her, or so, whatever the claim was. I can't remember what the exact wording was, but I think it was, like, home shaming or some bullshit like that. Apparently, Mr. Snowflake was doing it before everyone.
And planned on meeting up with someone very special.
Have I seen her eat pasta with a back scratcher? No, but in my head, she uses that thing to flick her bean, like, so that's probably why she wants a nice fishy pasta.
When I go to my hometown, I have so many people that I have to see, because I don't go there too often, you know?
You just said you have no friends! Like, literally a second ago, she said she doesn't even talk to people in her real life. It's like, when I travel, I have so many people to meet.
One of them is one of my best friends, who's my ex.
The ex she
Pete. Oh yeah, let's go!
It was the man she was with for 7 years.
Oh, bring him on, bring him on, bring him on.
Cats with. The man...
I also just suddenly realized, because I'm really stupid, that I just suddenly looked down and went, holy shit, it's 2 a.m. Jesus, and I've been online for 2 hours, it's 2 a.m. And then I suddenly like, oh yeah, daylight savings are, that's why it's suddenly 2 a.m. Because I was like, that math, and I know if Princess is still here, that math didn't add up in my head. It should only been just after 1 a.m. Ah, I forgot about it. Yes, we have daylight savings time, so it is now 2 a.m. for me. So I probably should kind of hurry this along, because I feel like I feel like it's getting a wee bit late for me.
She was engaged to. The man she got bored with and went online looking for attention. And the man she left for BB. He was called Jamie, she told us. BB didn't seem to care one bit about Chantal meeting up with another flame.
Yeah, stop.
Chantal,
It was
as we
daylight
knew,
savings.
had always been in relationships.
Oh, that's even like for someone who like is this size and obviously doesn't like a salad. This is a depressed looking salad. Holy
and
shit!
She never struggled for attention, even when she was younger.
I was about 15. No.
And a girl?
16 or 17, probably 16.
Quick math.
This crappy ass car comes driving along.
Oh my god!
Out of the car steps out this tall and lanky guy. He like completely ignores my friend's existence completely. Zones in on me. He was like, "Do you have a boyfriend?"
Well, I would be instantly wet if someone came up to me and said that to me in that exact same voice. I'm gonna call it bullshit. Like a guy like sped up to her in a car, Tokyo drifted, fucking did a handbrake turn, stopped beside her, and was like, "Hey, baby girl, have you got a boyfriend?" Totally ignoring all the hot girls I was with. Okay, Foodie.
And then right after, he's like, "Do you want one?" And I don't remember what I said here. I don't think it was a strict no.
Well, it probably should have been if he like randomly just pulled up beside you in a car and go, "Do you want a boyfriend?" If he said that, you probably that automatically should just be like, firstly, stranger danger, secondly, no.
Fans didn't have to wait long to see Chantal head back home. The fans were enjoying seeing where she came from.
Look at her go!
And Chantal was
driving and filming a fucking game.
By meeting up with her family.
I've heard people talking about there's a clip of her driving where apparently she was swerving to try and run over frogs or toads in the road or something like that. I've heard about it. I've never seen a clip of it. So, yeah, you know what? She's just a fucking menace behind the wheel. She sounds like a fucking lunatic.
And reminiscing about fond memories.
So I'm just heading to my mother's now. My mother. And I'll do some filming inside. So you can see her pets and things. And then later I'm going to dinner with my ex-boyfriend. He's my friend now, so I'm not going to refer to him as my ex. His name is Jamie. I call him Pete. My boyfriend knows about the brick building you just saw that when I turned the corner, big brown brick building on the corner. That used to be a group home for
like a squirrel? That's because it was running like a squirrel or something like that.
Teens, and I actually lived there for a while.
Maybe you shouldn't cry about people doxing you and shit like that if you're driving around your hometown, pointing out identifiable buildings that you were connected with.
I used to make out in this park all the time. It's right around.
No, you didn't. Maybe you fucking practiced kissing that fucking tree, but you didn't make out with fucking anyone.
From my house. Used to make out.
She's over there kissing that big old fucking ladybird. She thought it was Amberlynn.
Boys here.
So embarrassing. What's that dog called? Is it Buster or something like that? I remember that dog hitting her.
This is my mom's dog, Buster.
Hi. That's right, yeah!
Hi. My nails are very long like Chantal's.
It's a good thing that doesn't run in your family or with your family's animals or anything like that the nails get overly long or anything like that. This is what we like to call foreshadowing. Holy fuck.
Oh, I need to get groomed
This dog is gonna bite us all
in a minute.
He doesn't like it.
Why did she give him a nickname? Didn't she give Pizza the nickname Pete's because it was pizza? Wasn't that it?
Buddy, she has teeth, Shoni?
Yeah, it's because he hates you. Yeah, he fucking hates you.
Angel. Hi.
Hello, Angel.
Hey. She doesn't like
Angel 100% knows you're a cat Hitler. You can see it in her body language. She knows you're terrible.
Pet, but I'm picking up.
I love she just walked up to all these animals and go like, all these animals, they all hate me. And it's like, yep, maybe there's a reason for that.
And we are going to.
Fuck.
We're gonna go eat. Actually.
Have sex. Anytime you say you're gonna beat up a guy and you say we're gonna, I assume you mean fuck. I wasn't expecting eat, which is weird for Foodie Beauty. I probably should have just expected eat. Okay, we're gonna go to 40 minutes and then I'm probably gonna end the stream because, like I said, it is suddenly 2 a.m. here. That kind of snuck up on me because daylight savings time. So it probably is a good idea for me to actually go to sleep because I probably should be able to get up and do stuff tomorrow. And I was attack terrible people. They can.
Signature coleslaw. So this is their
coleslaw
of chicken soup.
Look, it's just wet. Like everything in that is just wet.
Okay, so I have 3 chicken fillets.
Sweet potato fries. Oh.
Maple sauce. Sweet potato fries.
Oh, love sweet potato fries.
You're having the same thing.
I am having exactly this same thing as you, Chantal. However, I am having plain chips because I'm a plain boy.
Chicken tenders.
He's just so fucking. He's so weird.
Regular fries.
Oh, everybody, who are you? Introduce yourself.
What is that? I recognize that. I recognize that T-shirt.
I'm James. I'm sure I've been given another name on here.
Pete. And we're gonna eat, right?
Yep. I'm feeling some of your sauce.
Hey.
That was a bit more than I intended.
You know what the penalty is for?
That's a bit more than I intended to get. I do apologize for that. It's so weird. It's just wet. It's just wet. It's so gross.
Ass kicking.
I hate soup.
Just kidding.
Oh. See, that's an acceptable level of moist. That cake looks like a nice level of moist. I would like a nice moist cake like that.
Maple cake. Somewhere, I'm not even hungry.
She meant to be black and white?
Finally, we met Jamie.
It's a vagina with teeth, so that pretty much just sums up Foodie Beauty in general.
Pete's, as he was more commonly known.
I honestly think Pete's probably does think that's what vaginas look like, because one, I firstly don't ever think he's seen one, and secondly, I bet he is actually scared of vaginas, and that's why he wants to sleep with My Little Ponies.
May have been former lovers, but now they were just good friends.
And now he's just dipping his meat into her sauce over and over and over again.
Although this was the first time we met Pete's, I'm sure I've seen Pete somewhere before.
Snowflake, we've caught you. You recycled this joke later on. We've caught you.
Chantal had originally fell for Pete's when the two shared a writing class in high school.
Well, who would? Oh my god, a writing class? Did she seriously fall for Pete's when Pete's was sitting there, like, writing out his fucking, like, I don't know, like, 17-year-old lesbian fan fictions?
Pete's would routinely get bullied by the other students. And this was one of the things that attracted her to Pete's in the first place. That he was...
Because he's a weak male that she could easily take advantage of. Is that going to be it?
Different in some way to everyone else. We sadly didn't get to see much of Pete's during her trip home.
The flying tigers on the plane? Yeah, it could be that. It could be that. It could be like the nose of like a fucking warthog or something like that. But I don't know. It reminds me of something else. I thought of Parasite initially, the anime Parasite, but it's not that.
But any Pete's fans needn't have worried. The two were very close friends, so we would thankfully get to see him again.
I've said this before, that it is so sad for Chantal that she has so incredible... Isn't it Pride from Fullmetal Alchemist? You might be right. But Pride didn't have like a fleshy kind of red mouth. It was more like eyes and just like a black opening with like white teeth. It wasn't... I don't remember there being like flesh tone at all in Pride. But you could be right. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Brotherhood, if you're talking about Pride, it would be the Brotherhood version of Pride. So that might be it, yeah.
Like...
Could be a goblin shark as well.
Super hyper today. Going to see Pete's
fantastic.
A movie. Anyways, guys, so...
Oh my god, look at her!
I'm just going to head on down.
Wow. She is an attractive lady right here. It is just... This mesh, this like kind of mesh, like you see-through mesh, I don't think it looks good on anyone, but when you're like bulging out of it, it looks even worse. Like even on like a thinner triangle, I don't like this kind of like mesh see-through material, unless like, maybe if like the whole thing was like that kind of material, but when it's just the arms, it just looks fucking weird. It looks like a guy should be wearing it to try and show his biceps off.
Head on down. And,
oh wait, I said I was finishing at 40 minutes, so that is, we've just passed 40 minutes, guys. So, yeah, sorry, it was a longer live stream than I thought it was, because I did ramble a lot, especially towards the start of it there, guys, so, yeah, sorry about that, but we got 40 minutes into this. We pretty much have, like, what is it, like, math, don't escape me now, rinse, I need you to do my math for me here, so, we have some amount of time left. I'm not entirely sure, honestly. We'll watch this next time, and we'll watch the second episode as well next time. So, wait, Daniel, hello, we're about to end. So, very sorry about that. So yes, guys, we've got about 40 minutes or so left in this, and then we have the second part, which I think is about an hour and 20 minutes as well. We've got 2 hours of content, which means it'll probably take me about 6 hours to react to it, or something like that. But, yes, I'm gonna head off here, guys. Daylight savings times, you bastards, all that kind of thing. Have a good one, guys. Thank you very much for all coming out. Hope you had fun. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. That's going to be it. Have a good one. Take care of yourselves.